And we are back with another wonderful, wonderful session of the Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to do our usual introductory things. Starting with, if Ali would bring up that window, it would be very helpful. Kronos as
Arjithal.
Haddan as
Telder.
Marcus as
Corvus Adalas.
Sammy as
Gifton Bratgun.
Tobias as
Caspia Pierce Steel Shot.
Blackheart as Carrick Mask, who is going to be very late today, unfortunately. And you have me, Ali, as your friendly DM. Who would like to give the recap while the DM totally doesn't work on last-minute character sheets? Oh no, nobody?
I did it last week, so somebody else should.
I still have my inspiration. I can do it, but okay, I guess Sam's doing it.
The DM
Allie,
can
you
do
have
it
all
and
the
get
time.
an inspiration if you want.
No. The DM's busy right now doing last-minute character sheets, and I know she really appreciates it when her players do a really long recap.
Yes.
The
Okay.
DM is not working on last-minute character sheets.
Oh, I'm sorry. I made an inappropriate recap of the last 15 minutes. Clearly, I can't do the recap. No, okay. So, shit. Okay, so last week on Survivors of Tarnstead, we met with Captain Jensen.
Captain Jensen.
And he was a member of the guard that came in after we had a brief talk with the High General, who acted kind of like, ooh, I'm going to be spooky and act like I might kill all the Warforged to try to get a rise out of Telday, which didn't actually happen. And he did tell Gifton that he thought that the Warforged were in fact people, but he was really worried about the rest of them, and that he was worried that they just created a race of like 3,000 strong. We were taken away to go see Captain Jensen, as I said. Cassiopeia unfortunately never got to leave the building because she was trying desperately to go just lay down and be sad about the fact that she'd lost an arm in a previous session. We were taken into rooms and then talked to by Captain Jensen. He got our vague reports from various people. He insinuated briefly that Gifton was somehow possibly the cause of the arrival of a certain Fey Lord. The party then eventually left the building, get all of our stuff back. We went back to the inn where Cassie made a bed fort by using the bed on her back and disappearing underneath. Corvus started trying to track down medical supply places to get medicinal stuff because he was dead set on possibly gouging out his own eyes and also trying to help replace Cassie's arm. He kept trying to talk Cassie into staying put and being good, which we all know will not work. And there was a brief interlude that was really funny where Gifton thought she was being a good friend and was helping out the Warforged by lending her ring to her bestest best friend that is a Warforged, particularly a Warforged that is a friend of hers. That's why he's a bestie best friend. And so that way he could experience, what it's like to be a human in the figure of Gifton. Gifton unfortunately thought that Telday was wearing armor and not that Telday was armor. And then he ended up coming downstairs stark naked as Gifton, grabbed her chest and, his chest at the time, and made commentary about the necessity of such a thing. And about not having enough time to explore. The ring was taken by RG. RG ran away with it. We had a little bit of oh no, poor is us. We can never get the ring back. Eventually, RG came back with the ring, upset that none of us actually chased her. We gave Klopp a good brush down, and we took Klopp out for the ride that we were waiting to go do. During that time, Cassiopeia went shopping to a tailor shop and some other places. Corvus was out getting his medical stuff. When he did that, he met a very kind gentleman who sold him what I think might be illicit drugs. And but Corvus is convinced that the man has done his work and that this is the kind of pick-me-up Corvus might need, because Corvus stayed up all night. Oh, and the other big thing that happened last session, Corvus finally figured out the cipher for his father's book and is making major breakthroughs. And I think that's mostly what happened last session, wasn't it?
Yeah. Very nicely done. All right, take a inspiration, eat it, put it in the party pool. Hold
Corvus.
it jealously to yourself.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink.
Okay.
All right. Just remember, if you encourage Corvus to drink it, I'm going to encourage Corvus to fix your arm. Do it.
So, where we had left off, I believe you guys were settling in for the evening, right? If I recall correctly. Everyone was sort of heading back to the tavern, getting themselves into bed, calling it a day.
Yep, calling it a day.
Right. So we are going to open on the next day, which would be, if we bring up the handy dandy lovely calendar.
The calendar?
The calendar.
My gosh.
Which at some point I will have to find a way to display this on stream so people can see.
That would be kind of cool.
All right. Today is the 19th.
I accidentally am displaying
No,
it on my screen.
it's the 18th. It's the Hev Day.
Is it the Hev Day? No, the current day should have been the Ill Day because the activation of the Warforce was on a Tem Day.
Yep.
Gifted and Care went riding on Oral Day, so Illa Day is the day that it should be for today.
Okay.
So it's Illa Day.
Yeah. Actually, no. There's actually some stuff we have to wrap up there. Gone all day as well. Actually, come to think of it, Gifton.
Yeah.
You and Care had a lovely ride about on Klopp. Journeying out into the countryside. Slight odd moment as you pass by a familiar scorched ring.
Yeah.
But you keep going. How long a ride were you going to spend?
I don't know, a couple hours or something. We figured we'd let Klopp have a good run at it. Basically, we would keep asking him, do you want to head back yet, kind of thing, because he's been trapped in the city for a while.
Klopp seems to want to keep running.
Okay, we'll let him run.
Okay. So you continue on, and as about another hour's ride out, Klopp doesn't seem to be showing any signs of exhaustion. You're now well past where you and Cassie journeyed out to. And the path actually starts to wind back down south a bit. And a short, well, air quote short, a distance away, it's a little hard to tell as it's in the air. You can see something. If you'd like to make me a perception check to try and make out what it is.
Okay.
I'm really hoping for 3 different levels of rolls. So that it's a bird.
Care's rolling as well.
What?
Pseudo Dragon's with you, right?
Yep.
Right, you can give me a roll for the dingus if you want. Unfortunately, Dazzle's not going to get roll. She's too busy sort of nesting in Care's lap behind.
He gets advantage.
Oh wow!
Yep, you got 3 spreads there.
Yep.
Right. So first of all, you see this sort of shape off in the distance. You hear Care go, some bird, and then you get a little flash from Dingus of oh, big pretty.
Big pretty. Dragon?
And Dingus bobs his head. Before you see this lance of lightning striking down somewhere in the distance from this flying beast.
Whoa!
And
the heck?
How far away is that?
I don't know. How far is that?
Keto shrugs hopelessly. Unfortunately, Brownie's scale all skewed.
Yeah, we're all messed up. I'm pulling the radio though, and hitting that really quick. RG.
What's our range? Our radio only has like 100 meters.
A mile.
A mile?
You're well outside of a mile
we're
now.
well out of this.
Yeah.
You do it for comfort
shit.
anyway.
Yeah, Archie. Oh shit. Shit.
Should we turn around? And Klopp actually starts to slow, watching where you guys are, clearly talking to.
Yeah, clap. We should go the other way. I think that looks bad.
And
you don't think we should? Maybe we should go help.
And as you're saying that, you see that sort of surge of lightning coming from this beast start to angle upwards and just start to flick about through the air as it's just shooting randomly about. As it starts to flap away distantly, growing smaller and smaller, every now and then shooting out this bolt of lightning.
Okay, we're gonna ride back really fast now.
Yeah, sure. And I think it's just sort of meeps that not Chase Pretty.
No, I think Pretty's not happy. I think Pretty's pretty unhappy is what that is, Dingus.
Oh.
I'll take that inspirational away.
It's in the party pool. So take that away if you want to.
Dingus, as you turn Klopp around, actually it sort of climbs up on your shoulder just to look backwards towards where this is as you ride away.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you start to make your way back to town without any incident.
Okay. I'll keep trying the radio every once in a while.
Couple of hours later, RG, you suddenly get there's a little buzzing from the radio. It sounds a little distorted, but you can make out Gifton's voice.
RG!
Yeah? What's up?
Lightning! This is my doing my own distortion.
Very nice. I like it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and I'm assuming eventually as I come into range, it'll be RG. There's a dragon shooting lightning everywhere. RG.
She's just gonna sit there and like,
north of town,
dragon.
several miles.
North of town, several miles? Okay.
Tell somebody.
Well, I was gonna say RG's 100 feet and she's gonna head to the keep.
So Gifton, give me an intelligence roll, Gifton.
Yeah.
It's now following you.
Nope.
Okay, yeah. Right, let's see if Kare can manage it. The backup rolls here. Nope. Okay, yeah, you guys have no judge of scale and distance. Cool. Right.
I'm pretty sure it's got to be long gone though by now, but maybe let somebody know. It was shooting lightning everywhere.
Right, RG, you gonna go find somebody?
Yeah, she's going to the keep and she's actually just going to chief to the lab to talk to General Roselle.
Okay, you arrive at the keep and one of the usual set of guards that you see look a little surprised that you're turning back up. As one of them goes, Miss Foal?
Yeah, I was wondering if I could talk to General Roselle.
I'm afraid that it's still slightly on lockdown right now. We're not supposed to let anybody in.
Oh, no. Michael did not get to inhabit a dragon, did she?
Oh, fuck.
I told you! We needed to keep her under control, but
Don't
no.
worry, not just any dragon.
A lightning dragon?
RG will go, that's entirely fair. Who would I talk to about a possible threat, like say a dragon, but 7 miles out of town?
I said several miles.
Several.
7.
Many.
Well,
What is it? A dragon?
several miles north of here, yeah.
Okay. When Right, one of them actually takes out what looks like to be a notebook of sorts. And when did you see this, ma'am?
I got a call on my radio from one of the other people in my group who's riding a horse out that way because she wanted to ride the horse. She's the one who's normally tiny, is big right now.
Oh, right, the winged one, right?
Yeah.
Right. Several miles out of town. Is there anything more specific?
Yeah.
Shooting
That's all
lightning
she gave me.
everywhere. Shooting lightning everywhere.
Is shooting lightning?
Shooting lightning. Okay.
I'm just relaying what I was told.
Did she tell you its course?
She says
It was heading north, right? That's what I probably would have said that.
It would have probably been heading to you. It would have been heading northeast-ish.
Northeast-ish is what I would have told you, Kronos.
it sounded like it was heading like northeast-ish, somewhere in that market.
Right. Okay. Is that blue or bronze?
Would she have told me scale color of that?
Dingus.
I don't know if I.
You were having trouble making it out, Gifton.
Would she have
I
gotten
didn't
any
know.
flashes from Dingus about it?
Pretty.
Pretty blue.
Yeah,
pretty
I
bronze?
would say you had gotten pretty blue.
Yeah, blue then.
Okay. Sounded like it was a blue one.
All right. Any idea on age?
Couldn't tell you for the life of me.
All right.
If
Okay.
she says it's big, it's really hard to decide if it's actually
Big,
big.
but that's kind of subjective.
All right. Well, we'll get this reported and best squad send out to check it.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. As you see, one of them actually starting to head in a hurry.
Shit, drink.
Well, have a good day. And turn and walk off.
She's
not
not
you get
our
there.
problem now.
Well, she's going to actually go back to the inn, go upstairs to the room, sit down, and actually just go, Reziel, if you can hear me when you have a spare moment, there's a dragon.
Gifton's already left 20 messages.
a,
I'm not calling him immediately.
a few moments pass, RG, before there is a rather strange sight as appearing in the middle of the room, just glowing from this little flicker, seem to be these little set of concentric rings that are twirling faster and growing larger until with a sudden surge of flame, there's this little floating orb of fire with rings surrounding it, just sort of staring at you.
It's Rick Peel.
She's going to look and go, you going to do the screamy thing.
Rick Beale remains silent. And you see Rick Beale starting to slowly rotate around as if looking for something.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're a messenger, you're Rick Beale.
Rick Beale turns his attention back to you.
Because RG was described Rick Beale, but never actually saw him. Well,
Vibrate mode.
tell Radziel that there's a dragon. Like, I reported to his guys, but I want him to know just in case. There's a dragon several miles northeast here, or north of here, headed northeast. It's a blue, and it's shooting lightning absolutely goddamn.
Rick
You
Beale.
might also mention that Gifton was riding on
And
horseback and get scared.
Gifton's the one who thought she was riding on horse, and yeah, she reported kind of freaked out.
Rick Beale stays there, and you see him just sort of starting to bob about.
They go, okay, you're staying. Cool. Know any good jokes?
Damn it, answer that.
Hang on, Rick Beale is a simple creature. 1 second.
Is this
Rick
going to
Beale
require
knows
him
any
to
simple, any good jokes.
Rick Beale does not deafen you.
I was wondering if I was going to have to roll the save again or not.
With you baiting him like that, you should have.
That was going to be one of those moments if she just genuinely forgot for like a half second, like that thing of just knee-jerk reaction.
One of your drinking buddies.
And you see Rick Beale actually float on down to your radio set.
Made it on. Can you use this?
Rick Beale
I don't have
turns
a good
back
word.
towards you.
she'll go, okay, and hit the button and go, Gifton,
Yeah.
I've apparently got Rick Beale here. I'm gonna see, and I'm probably gonna regret this if he can talk to you over this thing.
Then that he can't really probably do that without like you actually letting him in.
Rick Beale stares at you, RG, and then it seems to look back at the radio.
She's actually gonna look and go, let in, what the hell are you talking about?
Remember when I told you about the time with Carrick? He can't enter your body unless you let him in.
I'm gonna hate this, aren't I? Okay. She's gonna take anything up. I have to consent to letting you in, don't I?
Rick Beale,
Bob up and down for yes, left and right for no.
there is a very slow, almost hesitant bob up and down, as if this is not Rick Beale intended, but yes, technically.
I'm just gonna go 5 minutes. I consent. 5 minutes.
Stares at you for a few seconds more before there is a sudden flash of light, and RG, you're suddenly on a wild roller coaster ride of feeling this like flow of thought and energy in your mind. And Gifton, you hear sort of crackling over the radio and a ow. Okay.
Hey, what? RG?
No, Rick Beale.
Oh, hey, there's a big lightning dragon. It's shooting lightning everywhere. It's waving its head around like crazy, and it's blue, and it's flying north. We were out. Wait, why are you there?
She prayed to Reziel. Reziel sent me. What, you
Can you not handle things without bothering Reziel?
Reziel thought much the same, but I am here. Where are you?
I don't know. We're on some road north. We're heading back. We're not hurt, but I don't. It got.
Why did Care not summon me?
Care can. I'm going to stop Clop. Care.
What?
Why didn't you summon Rick Beale?
What do you mean, why didn't I summon Rick Beale?
Apparently you can summon Rick Beale.
Listen, I was not given a guide.
Alright, summon Rick Beale right now.
How?
Alright, Rick Beale, how does he summon you?
He wills it.
Alright, so do that thing that he just said.
Thanks, very helpful.
Oh, I know. Put your wings away. You know how you do that? You will it.
I never said that. That was Resident. Don't be angry at me. And
I'm just saying, this is the advice they give.
And he's gonna hop down off of Klopp, who has stopped, and he's just gonna sort of gesture vaguely in the air of Rick Beale, I want you to be here. And then he clenches his eyes shut. And RG, you have a vague awareness of what's going on right now. You can see the room still. Things are very strange.
Are we getting RG? This would be great.
And then RG, there is a sickening lurching sensation, and suddenly you are on a dirt path next to Klopp and Gifton and Care. And
that's RG. You're supposed to summon Rick Beale.
And then RG, there is a sudden rush of exhaustion as you almost stumble back as Rick Beale leaves your form.
Like that is.
And make me a con saving throw, please. Okay, cool. Take a level of exhaustion, RG.
Okay.
Oh, RG, are you okay?
That is very unpleasant.
I didn't know Rick Beale could teleport people. Yeah, Rick. Hi, hi, Rickbeal. Yeah, it's she's gonna motion north. It took us an hour to get back into range, but it was just tossing its head around like crazy, and it was like just blasting into stuff, and it's just and angry.
And Rickville sort of gazes into the distance, looks back at you, and then just starts to float off in that direction.
Do you want us to come with you?
Oh, does he reply?
Screech, screech.
RG, make me a Constitution saving throw again, please. As
that's an ability check.
yeah, as oof.
Oh.
All right. Gifton, you hear Rickville's familiar, now seemingly. You could always pick up that slight, overwhelmingness of the angelic voices. It didn't hurt you much, but it was definitely loud and piercing. His voice sounds almost melodic now.
Mm-hmm.
As he says, "No, stay, return. I will find it. I will report."
All right.
I'm just going to scream and hold her ears.
Well, be
Take 9
safe.
points of damage, Archie.
Oh, Argy! I'm gonna go over and lay on hands, Argy, for 9 points. Why does this bother you so much?
Because it's fucking screaming.
It's not screaming. He has a very beautiful voice.
It's very loud.
Yeah, but it's very pretty.
Whatever the hell voodoo you have that makes it so you can hear him, I don't.
Yeah. Okay, here. All right. I'm gonna put Argy
And
up on
you
the
and
seat.
Carrot
Are you okay? You look a little wobbly.
My ears are ringing. My head's ringing.
All right, I'm gonna offer to help you up onto the saddle.
She'll just kind of up on his own, say like, "Ah." Also, for the record, I wasn't trying to braid him like, "Hey, Raziel, fix this." It was a, "Hey, Raziel, since you're a general who's this town happens to be his command point, you may want to know this."
I know. He's pulling double duty. It's just okay. Well, it's hopefully. I mean, I don't. It just looked really scary. Okay, so
Oh yeah, the dragon.
All right. Well, now we got to get back to town.
Why don't you both ride Clop? I'll get on Dazzle. Care says sort of taking his ring off.
How about I ride Dingus too? I think Clop can handle himself.
Clop Clop actually turns his head back and sort of snorts at you, RG, sitting on him. A little
She
bit
just
of a
kind of
greeting.
rubs his and goes, just kind of rubs his man and goes, "How you doing, buddy?"
Clop just bobs his head as if, okay.
I'm gonna give Clop a big neck hug and kiss him on the forehead. All right, buddy, we're gonna go back to being little. So you're in charge, okay? You drive. Don't drop RG.
Clop bobs his head. Meanwhile, Dingus and Dazzle are both meeping very loudly.
But they don't want to do this, do they?
No, you can see Dingus sort of like using his sort of wing claw to brush at his head a bit.
All right, is he have owies?
He doesn't seem to be hurt, but he does. He's definitely meeping like someone's trying to hear themselves.
Is he going mop,
Yeah.
mop?
Listen, walking in a circle and leaning back and
All
forth.
right, I'm gonna take off my ring and then go over to Dingus and be like, ups.
Yeah, you and Care mount up on your respective mounts,
And then we'll ride along on the way back.
yeah, and it doesn't take too long to get back with the combined speed of this group. And yeah, soon enough you are back at the tavern. If that is where you wish to go.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I'm totally stopping to get a million pastries and chocolate on the way.
well, you can do that.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, and everyone. It's beyond the dragon light. It's a rather simple day. People get some of the crafting that they were doing done, and yeah, and
Cass is actually going. Cass, I would like to say, is going to make her way to the keep.
oh, you want to go to the keep?
Yep.
Okay, you can get to the keep.
What day is all this happening?
This is the
It's
day
field
you
day.
went and got drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cass is going to go to if she's going to go to the guards.
It's a monumental day.
You can go
She's
to
going to
guard.
she's going to ask to either see the receptionist for the High General or ask for a note to be passed to the receptionist.
And the one guard who's now standing there, because apparently the other one hasn't returned despite the long time, just sort of looks at you. I can pass a note when my what is it?
And she's going to write a note inquiring about the suggested prosthetic
You need
that he had brought up
you need a.
and wanting to
Ooh.
arrange a time to meet with him to discuss.
So how are you writing this, Cass?
Dear High General,
No. I mean literally the mechanics. Where are you putting the piece of paper?
she will have written out the note before she left the inn,
Okay.
and it's going to be chicken scrawl, really, because it's her offhand, but she is trying to write it as carefully as possible.
Okay. So what does it say?
It says, Dear High General, several days ago I was involved in an event in one of your facilities, and you had mentioned something about discussing a prosthetic to replace a limb that was lost. At your convenience, I would love to discuss this with you.
Okay. All right. So this is the note you hand over.
Yep. And she's going, and Cass is going to put her.
I'm
the
assuming
best
it's signed
equivalent of her
Cassiopeia
signature
Skillshot.
on it.
Yep. Hopefully you actually wrote out your name and didn't just stamp your hoof on it like you have in previous times.
How many?
No, she's actually
people-
putting her signature on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Not the one she normally uses, which is just the hoof print. No, it's the signature, or as close as she can make it right now.
Okay. All right. I'll get that. I'll get that in as soon as I can, ma'am.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Are you all holding up okay? I mean, I saw one of yours earlier, but
It's a little hard to write. I can't do any work right now.
yeah, I imagine so. I mean, and give me an insight check, Cass.
Okay. Character sheet to load. Insight.
Yeah, he's a blank slate. He's easy to read. You can see he's fucking burning with curiosity.
He wants to know how you lost your arm so bad.
He wants to know how somebody came out without an arm. Someone came out with a pair of wings.
And you know I teased him about it the last time we were there. Throw him a bone. It's not like we were told not to tell them.
Cass knows better.
But yeah,
But does she?
you see
Does
this
she?
burning curiosity
Cass
on his
is
face,
looking at
but he said,
Scrunching her face, looking at her arm, looking at him, looking back at her arm, and goes, "You want to know, don't you?"
"I'm not allowed to inquire, ma'am."
She's just gonna do. She's gonna do the come hither finger waggle.
He
Get
stays.
him to lean in closer,
He stays there, but you can see his attention becomes a bit more fixed on you.
and she goes, "Adventurer stuff." Smiles,
Hmm.
and then she's gonna trot off happily.
Have a nice day.
Sure, don't piss these guys off. They have to frisk us before we go in.
Should have said something like bad apple.
Bad touch.
Make them suspicious.
What's gonna happen?
of
Oh.
anything.
What happened? The guy who I'm going to turn into a hat rack is going to happen. Is what happened. No, invariably someone will slip up, and Cass is not going to be the one who slipped.
All right. Okay, so you make your way back to the tavern, and unless anyone has anything they specifically want to do on this day, you'll have a lovely evening. Do you want to talk about the dragon? Talk about the dragon.
I'll just tell everybody.
Might as
to
well
do
get
dragon.
over it.
Yeah.
Corvus returns.
Yeah.
Yep.
With drugs.
Drink it.
He's going to. What did the guy say? He said, "Put it under your eyes."
No? What?
I thought you said to rub it underneath the eye, the orbital.
No.
Or is it a drinking thing?
That's a drinking thing.
But
Where did you
this
get
is
this
okay.
from?
I don't know. Maybe I dreamt it.
I bet you were looking for numbing agents for removing an eye, and you
That-
probably read that.
That's probably what it was. Yeah.
You've probably been reading too much about how to take out an eye, and I do not appreciate you bringing realism to my D&D game about the removal of eyeballs. You stop, sir.
I don't appreciate having to think about that whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not it's realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Corvus will sit at the tavern with this little bottle. And fuck.
Wow, you are right there in the tavern?
Yeah, he's gonna drink it because he 2 natural ones. He is completely convinced,
I got a
despite
question.
all of my own. Yes.
How much are you drinking?
Do I have to roll for this?
If you want to.
Okay.
Do you want to try a small
I-
dose because you think you might have a
Yeah,
reaction?
we're
and
going
you're
to
not
make you
sure?
roll because you rolled so
Yeah.
terribly last time. But so go
Yeah.
ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
At least it's a stat you're good at.
At least this.
Don't roll a 1.
Shut up.
Hey, wait, aren't you exhausted? You didn't sleep last
No,
night.
I'm not exhausted.
Actually,
right.
you do have to make a save for exhaustion, though.
Well, you want to retro that?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a con save.
Okay.
Okay, you're fine. You're
Mhm.
fine. So, yep, just that intelligence save. Right. You think it's probably a good idea to not down the whole bottle.
Who's the lady?
First time
here?
taking a new drug, right?
Yeah, who's the lady here?
The bar.
One.
The dwarf lady.
I've said her name a few weeks in a row now. Do you remember?
No, but we have notes, and I'm trying to pull those up.
At some point,
Once again,
unless you have a certain feat, the DM is not at any liberty to give you information you should
keen
know.
Mind. I
Oh,
have keen mind.
keen mind. Is that the memory one?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I guess I do have to give it to you then.
I'm gonna start taking keen mind if that's how this works.
That's how
It
works.
is technically, despite Ali's misgivings, how it works. All right.
So you're saying in future campaigns, keen mind's gonna be banned?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm
Nice.
saying. Right, her name.
Sigrid.
Oh,
Sigrid?
well done.
Sigurd.
Sigrid.
Sigrid. Yeah. Sigrid.
Mhm.
Sigrid.
Just as a quick test, do you remember the name of her brother and husband?
Notes. I think that's an earlier session. Yeah. Yalgrim
Uh-huh.
is the husband, and the brother works in the stables.
And his name is Bros.
I actually don't have his name.
Right.
Grosmack.
But yes,
I don't have his name.
Sigrid sort of just, looks up for you from cleaning a couple of glasses and goes, what's up, love?
Do you have a whiskey glass, shot glass by chance?
Yeah, of course. And she'll get one out from beneath the bar. And, do you want anything in it or just the glass?
Just the glass.
Right there. And it just gets put on the countertop beside you.
He takes it.
You'll be bringing that back now.
I will, of course. Just using it as a measuring tool, is all.
Oh, wait, you're not putting anything bad in it, are you?
No.
Right. And there is a look of
Insight
suspicion
check.
as she's had adventurers in here before. She's seen the
Yeah.
equipment get misappropriated.
And what?
Deception.
Oh.
I mean, technically, he thinks it's fine, so
Thinks it's fine. He'll pour a little in the shot glass and smell it, drink it.
Okay. Right. Okay.
You did this.
Yeah, give me It doesn't taste great, but seems fine. In fact, you feel fine. Yeah.
She just rolled some dice on her side.
And
I know what those feelings are.
Feel great. You feel better than great.
about half an hour later, the rest of your companions are going to start sort of filtering in.
Okay.
And do you return the glass, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. And everyone starts to filter in, and Sigrid gives folks a wave as they come in. It's like, "Hey, you all wanting dinner?
Yeah,
That'd be
please.
nice.
Thank you.
All right, coming right up. Take a table."
Okay, take a table.
And Corvus seems to be down here. Carrick's nowhere to be seen.
He's on adventure.
Yeah, he is
Times.
off doing some jewelry resource
Chasing.
gatherings
Yep.
or looking into mysteriously vanished people.
Tell they.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I do not understand.
Me either most of the time, but how are you?
That was one hell of a pause after that statement. Jesus.
Yeah, I had to recheck Discord to see if it like froze on me or something.
I thought that's just where it's going to stay.
I was like, he broke Gifton briefly. Do you want to talk in private at all?
About what?
Everything?
That may take some time.
Well, if you do want some of my time to talk, I'd give it to you.
The sentiment is appreciated.
But okay, that's all right. Don't worry about it.
You appear sad.
Me, I never get sad. I'm going to flash a smile.
That seems unlikely.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Corvus,
Yes.
you just saw a reflection of something very bad in Telday's shoulder plate. Some kind of monstrous face disappearing seemingly over your shoulder, reflected in his shoulder plate.
Corvus just.
Corvus, what?
Corvus was spin around in the opposite of the reflection.
Everyone else, you see Corvus spin very rapidly, his arms and limbs sort of flailing out briefly, sending a chair scattering, seemingly unknowing himself.
You trying to become a top there, bud?
What? No.
Is there difficulty?
I saw something and
Are you seeing
going-
things too?
What you actually hear from Corvus is, no, I saw something.
I'm going to move closer to him in an attempt to comfort him.
Oh, Telday is looming. Something fierce.
Telday, I do appreciate your proximity, but please back up.
Telday, I appreciate it. Go back. It's what
I'm
you
going
get.
to reach out for his shoulder to comfort him.
Okay, that arm
Everything is all right.
stretching out towards you. These fingers becoming long, disjointed as they reach for your shoulder, Corvus.
Calm yourself.
No, thank you. Just put that. I don't know what you're doing with your arm, but that is very disgusting.
Corvus's mouth is
bones-
moving, sort of mouthing
bones to-
silently. And you can hear this little
Corvus, are you
high-pitched
okay?
noise escaping his throat as his eyes
bones-
widen.
bones do not do that, nor do muscles.
Corvus, are you okay?
They're made out of metal, so
Corvus?
this is not
Things are going weird here. You gotta get out.
okay.
It appears
Corvus will do his disengage from Talday.
Okay, I'm glad you're using the disengage action. Telltale, what you see is Corvus sort of bob side to side very briefly, very rapidly.
Man, I wish somebody could cast sleep on Corvus suddenly for some reason.
Gifton's gonna go.
And he
I
is
think
breathing
something's-
very, very fast.
All right, Kelday, can you make sure he doesn't try to kick me really quick?
I can attempt to do so.
I think he may have poisoned himself.
Again.
Again?
All right, so I'm going to get off Dingus, and I'm going to rush over to Corvus, and I'm going to go try to lay on hands of him for
Corvus,
5.
spiders.
Kifton?
No, spiders. Run.
I know.
Not gifted spiders.
Talday will hear Hexenreich.
Also, you have a +5 movement speed right now.
Okay.
Oh,
Talday
no.
will hear Hexenreich cursing and basically the equivalent to infections or infestations, disease, carriers, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Vermin? Are you saying vermin? Are you calling? You're calling me vermin? Is what you're saying right now?
In Hexenreich, but yes.
Yeah. Okay. I
That
don't
is
speak
very
Hex-
offensive.
And he will, since this is another action, do disengage again.
Alright, so Corvus is taking off running. You see as you approach him, Gifton. Okay. Alright, Corvus, wisdom saving throw, advantage.
Oh.
Oh,
He
you
fails.
fail. Corvus, you are running. The ground is slipping beneath your feet. You can feel it trying to drag you down as you just see Corvus standing there, everybody.
I am going to very casually walk over and going, I don't know what he's saying, but he's definitely something wrong, and I'm going to lay on hands at 5 now.
Okay. So, you're going to do can you press your lay on hands, please?
Yes, I can press my lay on hands.
It has to be the particular.
And we
I did
just
5.
Okay. Oh, poison. Yeah, it would count. Okay. And Corvus, suddenly, for a few moments, everything becomes clear, and you can feel your heart beating at 100 miles an hour. It feels like it's going to explode from your chest. It feels like you're hyperventilating as this whatever is afflicting you leaves your system.
Do you require further magical medical assistance?
I think he might. All right, so Telday, I'm going to let go my magic spell holding him, but can you grab him by either side
That
so
is
he doesn't
not
fall over?
necessary.
You can't talk right now, I think.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just hold
so-
first. You're paralyzed right now. So I'm gonna be
Sitting there
you're
drinking a drink, enjoying
grab him
himself.
on either side, hold him tightly till day, okay? I'm gonna let the spell go. Don't let him go, okay?
Affirmative.
Thank you for being a good friend. All right, I'm gonna let the old person go.
There's going to be a brief moment
And I'm
where
backing up a
Sally's
bit.
grip is going to slightly loosen after she says good friend.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like almost a slight softening in stance. And then more or less oh, right, I was doing a thing, kind of. So,
Corvus, you're being held in such lovely arms. You might not think that, but this is him saying it, so.
it's accurate.
It's accurate. Look at how
Yes.
beautiful those arms are.
Yeah,
Corvus is just dead staring.
Corvus, are you okay now? Maybe my magic didn't work. Okay, Tilde, maybe you should try yours.
No, enough with this.
Cass is just going, I can try
Magic.
mine.
Perhaps it was magic that caused the issue. Let me
Corvus,
attempt
intelligence check as he is doing this.
Intelligence?
Yep, intelligence check, please.
Okay.
You're really not sure, but you think he might have overdosed on whatever that was. As wow, yeah, magic is dispelled from you. The curse is gone.
Oh no. Oh wait, no, it's just any spell through lower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Luckily, I don't think there was any useful spell.
Are you okay, Corvus? You started talking in weird tongues and stuff. What was he
And
saying?
also
Does anybody know what he
Hexaway.
was saying? What was he saying?
He said many offensive things about you,
What?
comparing
What did
you
he say?
to vermin and infestation.
Gifted's jaw is gonna drop.
Apologies, I was merely translating.
Corvus is acknowledging any of this, or is it just vague?
no, you can hear all of this just fine.
No, the previous experience.
It's a little fuzzy, but because you were snapped from it so clearly, you can remember it.
Gifton, that's not necessarily what is the truth. The truth of the matter is, I drank something and it probably had ill effects upon my psyche. My apologies if something came out that was not meant.
She was definitely spiders.
Though whatever I did drink, if you were there, I think I saw spiders. I think.
Gifted's just slowly closing her jaw. I'm gonna go have dinner. I'm gonna go have dinner with my big strong husband. Go over care.
Have you consumed a thing that is abnormal recently?
Me? No. I got chocolate. I can't wait to try chocolate.
No,
You want to try chocolate with me?
Corvus.
The hell is chocolate?
Yes,
What?
I did. I just thought that I was doing it properly, but I guess I was not. I suppose a proper dosaging is to be required, or not even messing with that shit anymore.
Perhaps you should consider contacting an expert before consuming any beverages which you do not understand.
Gifton is going to get a tiny square of chocolate out and offer it to RG, and then break off chunks for her and Care and Dingus and Dazzle.
Certain physicians
Oh, no.
or alchemists may be helpful.
More eye twitch.
Also,
That's-
there are numerous magical healers who may also be of assistance.
Cassie, do you want some chocolate?
She is offering up this little square of something that is in very, very dark color.
Tade, can you please release
Yes,
me now?
Cass is going to graciously accept.
Yay.
It would be best to verify with the leader of the party.
What do you think, RG?
Oh, I can go. Oh, what? About eating chocolate?
Whatever Telltale just said.
I was asked to release Corvus.
Yeah, you can probably let him go.
Affirmative.
Well, release Corvus.
Well, release Corvus and then pat him on the head.
Telltale, you do know that like you're
There.
you're a person, so you can make your own decisions, right?
That is affirmative.
You know you're not ours, right?
That is questionable.
I think at this point he just likes it this way.
Well, I mean, he's not ours, but he could be one of us. I mean, it's not like
I mean,
Would
he has
you
one of
like
us.
some
He lives
time
with
to
us, he
reformulate
goes
this
around with us. He's one of the group.
you
the
can be. I'm just saying that I don't like how they gave him to us because that was inappropriate.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't think he was people then.
What?
This unit is
Proving them
a
wrong.
military asset, and that is common action within the military.
You're okay with that?
This unit has a designated rank.
Corvus is going to stand there for a moment too as they're having this conversation. And he's going to drop his head, go over to the table, grab the vial, and head upstairs.
Corvus,
Down at all.
are you okay? I mean,
He's not
Oh.
responding.
He looks like a
He's
sad
just-
boy.
Perhaps
okay, RG.
someone should go after him.
Yeah, I think somebody should. All right, I'm gonna put my fucking ring on.
No. Oh. Kev,
Possibly someone with medical
Kev
knowledge.
frowns, puts his bit of chocolate down.
Are you gonna talk to him?
Yeah, I'll handle it.
Oh,
You-
my
you-
big
you-
strong husband.
You said you'd have nice food, right?
All right, then you come back, okay?
Oh, I don't know. What if he kidnaps me away to dark places? He says as he puts his ring on, getting up. That's
You
not
would
head
likely
upstairs.
have to go rescue him.
I will come, fair damsel, and rescue you in such a case.
Oh, my hero! He says as he rounds the corner upstairs. Right, Corvus, you go back to your room.
Yep.
There's a sort of little rap on the door frame as Care pokes his head in. Yeah.
Corvus is hand pressed against the desk table, not looking up. He has the book closed, looking at the equipment that he bought and the vial of ice.
You all right there, buddy?
What is it to you?
General concern for a friend? Oh, what's up? You seem to have a little episode there. Was it that stuff?
I made a stupid mistake and did not realize what I was doing. It was a lapse of judgment.
It happens, you know. Don't be too hard on yourself.
It is not that, though. That is my own fault. It's understandable. Just what it is what happened. Just happenstance.
What do you mean? What, calling my wife a spider?
No. My ignorance to things. I think that I am smart, and so I have knowledge that what things should do, and sometimes that fails, and I screw up. I did. That is fine. That is besides the point. That is not what is troubling me. I'm nothing.
Nothing?
Yes, nothing.
That ain't true. That's far from the truth.
Really.
Yeah, really.
So, what am I then?
I mean, you're a doctor, you're a founding party member, you're a fellow... I mean, this is just me thinking, but you're a fellow combatant that I'd happily have guarding my back. I mean, what am I? I don't have a forge, I don't have anything, I'm just what the others in the group see me as.
The others in the group don't see me as anything.
Well, I'm part of the group and I see you as something.
Well, that is something, but it's...
I know Gifton worries about you, but she wouldn't worry about you if she didn't care.
Gifton worries about... No offense, but Gifton worries about every little thing.
But she cares about every little thing, including you.
If she did care, she would be more thoughtful about how the others appear to treat myself, and not just play along.
What's bothering you about how they treat you? Is it because, she cast a spell on you until they grabbed you?
No, it's not that. It's- I, I, I want to fix things. That is what I do. I fix what the problems are. Yes, I don't have the perfect bedside manner, but that's not important. What is important is to get people back up on their feet, fit as they can be, as best as I can do it.
He sort of comes over to your desk and he actually sits up on it and he gives you a little grin and goes, there's a little bit of irony saying the bedside manner doesn't matter when you're upset about how the group treats you.
No, you're all right. And I just would like a little more recognition for what I do and not just something to jest at.
Does this come back down to the healing stuff?
Yes. Comes back to that. It comes back to Talday. It comes back to Cass. It comes back to every one of you. You all have something. You all have something that is beyond explanation. I've read a book.
Like things have explanations, right?
Explanations work. Explanations make sense. Explanations define who we are. My explanation is a man without a home, without a family, and just a book.
Oh, I mean,
I need you to do something.
what's that?
I need you to help me.
Help you with what?
I need you to make me more than just a man. I need you to remove my eyes, put those in.
Sure, that's a little drastic, right?
Look around you, Carrick.
Carrick?
You think care. Everything is drastic. The Fae, dragons now, angels, gods, your wife going down to free one and may not return. Would a simple thing like replacing one's eyes be considered drastic in the grand scheme of things?
From a man
No.
who values understanding above all
I
else?
want to understand this world. This world is beyond explanations at this point. I cannot do it anymore as this man with a book. I need to do more. I need to see more. I need to know more. The belts are there to strap down my forehead and chin so I don't render the tools away. The tools here will help. I can talk you through it as best I can. But then it's going to be up to you and your healing, I suppose. That cloth there is covered with ointment. It is not a magical substance, so it shouldn't have any effect over the eyes. But your healing will not work on the eyes themselves. The eyes seem to absorb everything.
Jana, show me these eyes that you want me to put in.
He slides over the bottle.
He'll take that bottle, give him a sort of little look and a grimace before he steps back and goes, I value you as a friend. I really, really do. That's why you need to understand what you're doing more before you do this.
I can't understand anymore.
Why? Why can't you?
There's nothing to understand about them.
Nothing that you found yet, right?
I've looked, I've asked, I've studied. They are not something of knowledge, they are something of use. You use those to see more, to understand more. That is what they are meant to do. That is what I need. I can't continue like this. I can't continue scrabbling, crawling my way through the dirt to follow everyone else who is leaps and bounds ahead of me.
I don't see you that way.
Well, I do. And I can't do that anymore. I can't continue with this party as I am. I can't put an arm back on a person that I care for. I can't help a machine when he is damaged. I can't help you or Gifton when you were sick with the iron. There is nothing that I know, nothing that can be known that I should know that I can't. How does anything work anymore? It was so simpler back in
Corvus,
Tarnstead.
you are
Yes.
suddenly pulled up into a hug.
Mm,
Care wraps his arms around you and squeezes quite tightly.
This is really getting very uncomfortable, all the squeezing.
I'm afraid you don't get a choice in that either. Look, you're spiraling here. You're breaking down. You're panicking at what you need to do when you know how you're about to potentially blind yourself just to try and help us when you are helping us.
I've already blinded, Cal. I'm already blind. I almost killed my nephew. My brother's son. My brother is taken away. Probably by a man who made a deal with Raziel. The same person we are helping now. I want to know what his feathers are in, where his hands have been. It is not right that he is pulling us one way to the other, asking us to do these things and expect us not to question it. I am. But I can't question it without knowledge. I can't question him. I do not trust him. I do not see how this works for all of us, but our eventual death. One way or another.
You don't think I'm not thinking about that too?
I want to see things before they happen. I want to know things before they occur. It is the way I can keep this party safe and to make things work and to make this place sane again. Because right now, it is all falling apart.
And what if we do this and it does something horrible to you when everything is already falling apart?
Then I wish you all the best of luck.
No, there's no wishing us the best of luck. We need you.
To do what? To stab a thing? To hit a thing? To try to heal somebody who I can't? You all have your talents. Gifton can sing.
Talents. Do you know what talents I have? I made swords and I swing them semi-decently, I think. But then I've got all of this, and you know what? I hate it. I hate the feeling of being bound to something else.
And that may be the same thing that I am doing. Why can't I do it like you have? What makes you able to do that I can't?
Because I made a deal with the winged bastard you don't trust, and I'm not sure I trust. I made a fresh decision in the spur of the moment, and while it paid off for me, there's no guarantee that it will continue to.
I would know that. I would see that.
I don't know if you're going to see anything with these. You don't know what it's going to do. I mean, what happened to you down there? Did you take something without knowing what it was?
Yeah.
And what did it do to you? Your
Made me
power is up here. And he actually taps your head rather harshly. You just need to use it a little more before acting.
I've done that. That's the point of this. That's why I'm at this stage. I can't do it anymore. My understanding is what materials go into what to make a poultice, to heal an injury. How do I do that when you just can touch something and it's fixed? What is the use I have?
And what happens when that?
Have a use.
And what happens when that runs out? Hey, when we go into somewhere that we can't do that, when we fight another of those things that stops us from doing it, when we run out of that. My power is limited. Her power is limited.
So is mine.
Yours can't be stopped. I'm not saying you shouldn't do this. I don't think you should, but I wouldn't stop you. But I just think you should know what you're doing first. That is somewhere that have you tried the library here in town?
What do you think I've been?
And they've let you see everything, read everything?
That I could get my hands on at the time.
What you can get your hands on at the time, so there's more.
There's always more.
Exactly, there is always more, and we can get that, okay?
But we don't have time. Your wife is going to go down into a hole and she may die within 5 days. Do you want me to sit in a library while she's doing that?
You've got 5 days to sit in the library and figure out something better. Please, just a few more days. If you can't find anything, then I'll help you, alright? Just try a bit more. Everyone is giving up and going to a higher power or something like that, and getting sick of it.
Okay. Should I make a roll for that?
What are you trying to do, Rollways?
So he's trying to convince Corvus not to do it, and he is convinced to do it. I guess a persuasion on him versus my charisma.
Yeah, if you want to be persuaded, I can try and roll a persuasion. Honestly, this is more. You can decide as a NPC whether you want to be. If you want to try and persuade him, you can do a roll. I'll say the DC will be pretty high.
Yeah, I imagine so, and I don't have a persuasion.
If you want, you can do an insight check.
Okay. It's not any better. Yeah.
It's very hard to tell just what he is, whether he's being truthful about, just a few more days and then I'll help you or not. You can't tell.
Okay. You straighten up. I appreciate your concern, but we are doing this now.
No, I'm not doing this. I'm not helping you do this right here, right now, not while you're like this. You need to think about this with a level head, and you are not level right now.
I don't want to see how all of this plays out without the knowledge of it, without the understanding of it. And I understand the irony that I'm trying to have these be used for their understanding, yet I know nothing about them, but the fact that they can allow me to understand, to see things more.
Is that
5 days.
is that literal or just? I mean, he might be talking about being able to see things that are invisible. All we know.
Oh, it's better than what I have. 3 days.
Yeah. Sure. 3 days. I'll help you. All right. I'll help you find the knowledge to do this safely or not at all. Okay. I'm hoping this just turns out to be a bad idea when you see it, but if you want to go ahead with it, if we can do it safely, I will help you. All right.
3 days.
Do you want me to keep this between us?
If you can.
No promises, but I'll
And
try.
if you can, come to the library. You're going to have to do some medical knowledge reading.
He just grimaces and he gets up and he walks out with the eyes.
Corvus will pack everything up.
Out of character, I have possibly 5 days left to live, and you're gonna steal my husband and teach him to be a doctor during that time? You son of a bitch!
Alright, Care returns downstairs looking rather grim. And Gifton, you see him sort of tucking something away into his jacket as he does.
Hey, you gonna come over here and have dinner?
Is he normal size or tiny?
He's
normal size.
I think you mean, is he normal size or huge? He is huge
He's
right
huge.
now.
Damn, he's huge.
Yeah. And he'll come sit down and he gives you a smile. You can tell there's it's not quite real. He's like, yeah, a little bit to eat.
All right.
Yeah, let me roll a sleight of hand for you, Raji. Nada.
Yeah.
Does Corvus require any further medical assistance?
Not right now. He's just sort of calming down after that.
I think he just probably needs some emotional support and friendship.
Yeah,
He's
definitely.
had it pretty rough. I mean, we've all had it kind of rough for a while.
I think he's really
Okay.
feeling it.
Yeah. Are you doing okay, honey?
Raji's dead.
I said honey.
Honey.
Oh, honey.
You.
Oh, I thought you said Argy before that.
No, no.
She
And I'm
had
hearing things.
early-
In fact, not that. I'm just not the one being doctored.
No, I did
There was
say
a
something.
wedding that happened while you were away, Care,
Yeah,
just to let you know.
He sort of stares vacantly at his plate for a moment before. What? Oh, yeah, I'm all right. Just I'm worried about him, you know.
Yeah, I worry about him too. He's just a good guy. He's just really hard on himself.
What about you, Cass? How are you holding up?
Cass is slugging down a mug. I'm fine. Just feeling a little disarmed at the moment.
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, if you
got
need
at
a
least a
hand
good
with that.
spirit about it.
Well,
did you ta-
I don't have my sword, so I'm disarmed at the moment.
Oh,
Oh.
did you talk to that high general guy about the replacement?
I passed a note to. I left a note with the guards.
They're also
Oh.
going to
Passed to his secretary to pass to him to
Okay.
try and set up an appointment.
I need to write a couple letters tonight. I'm gonna send some stuff back to Dulwood if anybody has anything that they want to go back. RG, do you want to? Oh, we should check to see if there's any news on Marissa. I haven't heard anything, but
You got idea?
yeah. Tilde,
Yes.
you can do a lot of really interesting magic. You can contact people magically. Is that right? Because you can send them messages
That
from
is
far away.
correct.
What prohibits you from sending a message to somebody? Do you need to know them, or do you need to know of them?
Affirmative. They must be familiar.
Can you get them described to you? Does that work, or do you have to actually know them?
They must be familiar. Unclear.
Who are we trying to reach?
Well, Marissa's been missing for weeks.
As you
She let
hoping to
she
contact her
left that
directly?
stone. Yeah, it's because she left the stone with mom and dad. Remember, we've been talking to them every night.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking maybe it might be a way to reach out to Marissa, but trying to get us a frown. Just something to think of. But Telder, is there anything you want to do this tomorrow? Is there any place you want to go? I mean, I want to go see the Warforge, but we kind of have to wait till they let us in, or if they're going to let us in.
This unit will again attempt to petition for access.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do if that doesn't work?
This unit will also seek potential items that may be useful.
Okay, maybe just shopping? All right. Okay, well, Gifton's gonna kind of settle back in her chair a little. Well, actually, I'm not in a chair. Freaking, I was little, so I'm gonna settle back against Dingus and just poke away at my meal plate.
You see Care sort of like a little bit glumly picking at that chocolate, puts a bit in his mouth, and then his face contorts a bit. It's like, oh, it's bitter.
Yeah, it's a little bitter, but it's kind of sweet too. It's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's expensive though.
It's really expensive.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I'd like
Cass
you
is
to take away
actually
10 gold
shaved a little
pieces
bit
for this
off it.
little bit you got.
Oh, I actually took away 20, so
Okay.
I'll take 10
There
back.
you
Thank
go.
you very much.
That little bit that Cass was given,
Mhm.
she's been shaving tiny little slivers off, and just kind of putting in her drink.
Which is, it's a little challenging for Cass. What we've been one-handed. It's like, yeah, I've got to secure the chocolate against the surface, then
Yep.
try and scrape.
I can do that one-handed.
Using your thumb and such.
Yeah.
Alright, Cass, there is a lot of melted chocolate against your thumb.
Delicious.
Yep, and that gets dunked into the drink too.
Also, is Cass left-handed?
Yes.
Yep,
So
so it's even-
she's also doing it with her non-dominant hand at
Yeah.
this point.
Yes.
Yep.
She's making a
In
bit
fact,
of a
Cass,
mess.
for a little bit of fun, you know what we're going to do? I'd like you to make a sleight of hand check to not nick your thumb.
Not lick my thumb.
No, not
To not nick
nick your thumb.
your phone.
You cannot stab yourself.
Sleight
Not
of hand,
cut yourself with
sleight
the
of
blade.
hand, sleight of- I have that. I
Oh.
don't.
Oh,
So you see, Cass sort of rather happily sitting and doing this with the chocolate for a bit, dropping bits off into a mug, And then there is the sudden slip, Cass. It went through a little bit too forcefully, a chunk broke off, and that knife just went against your thumb, did a nice little slice.
Oh, Cass, you need me to...
Cass is looking down at the chocolate, looking at Gifton. It has betrayed me. And just so you know, chocolate in an injury, in a wound, it burns.
Do you want me to...
She's then immediately sticking her thumb into her mouth and sucking.
Okay, I guess
She's
that's
going,
a no.
I gotta get all the chocolate.
Okay, that's fine.
What a mix.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dingus is spitting his out.
Yeah. I think next time we're just gonna get honey sticks.
Yeah, I think I prefer them.
Yeah. Oh, we could get some sticky buns tomorrow. That'd be good.
Oh, that would be nice. Although tomorrow I'm gonna head off a bit on my own, if you don't mind. Do a bit of shopping and such.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, you go ahead.
He leans in towards you, Gift, and just goes, I want to look into a few things with Corvus.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can. I'll spend tomorrow with Telday. We'll go out together. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if Telday doesn't mind, Telday, do you mind if I go out with you tomorrow?
That would be acceptable.
And you take care of my wife, okay?
I'm not made of glass.
No, you're made of very, very strong, sturdy, I don't know, wood or something like that. You know, something
That
robust.
appears to be a lie.
Yeah.
Squints. All right. Well, I'm gonna probably turn in. RG, are you doing okay?
More or less currently. He kind of gives a very casual thumbs up.
I can make you another outfit if you need for going to meet your family. Have you found anything on them yet?
I've looked. I just don't know how to get any inroads with them beyond running up to the door and going, "Hey, listen up." But that seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes just knocking on a door is the best option.
Maybe it'd be nice to have a high functioning thing where they were, or we could mingle.
Yeah.
There's a party in a couple days, isn't there?
Yeah, but that's like a citywide party. That's why Raz originally invited me to go to it. He said that it was just going to be in the streets and whatever. He said it was like, oh, you should totally come and enjoy it. I didn't tell you guys about that.
It is most likely that a party of any
At
kind.
any point of this whole thing, you wouldn't have told us about the event?
I didn't say that. I specifically have not talked about the Princess Party the whole time. I actually specifically said at the point that when I told you guys everything that me and Raziel talked about, I left out the princess shit because I completely left this out because I didn't want anybody to know that there was some extra thing that Raz wanted to do. I didn't tell you guys about that, did I?
What were you saying, Telday?
Well, it would seem that if there's any gathering of people for a noble's important event, there would likely be a separate ceremony for nobles.
A more private thing?
Or important figures.
Yeah, but we're not going to get invited to that.
Oh no, we're
This
big
group
shots,
does know
right? Yeah, well, that's how they said. We got
Perhaps the High General may be of use.
No, can we just leave him alone?
Well, he seems to like us.
Yeah,
he likes Carrick, I guess.
He likes Carrick a lot. I mean, he's been head over heels for Carrick since the beginning. So, but I mean, can we just leave him alone? I mean, I feel like he's got a lot going on.
Well, what if Cass gets a little meeting with him, or just casual? Not gonna...
Cass is going to smile. You want me to be subtle?
Does he express an interest in Cassiopeia in that manner?
What was that?
Has he expressed an interest in Cassiopeia in that manner?
Oh no, no.
No. He offered to help Cassiopeia get her arm fixed all day. That's what the inroad is there.
So it is only Corvus then.
What?
Are they not? I believe you would call it a couple.
Cass and Corvus? Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
slowly go over to Cass and go. Well, I mean, they haven't really openly talked about it, but they've kind of been a thing
we
for
all
a while,
know.
I think. Yeah.
Cass is kind of stopped in mid-drink. And she's just kind of looking over it. What? In the middle.
I'm covered in it.
Well, I don't know if I like being big anymore. I mean, it's not as bad technically, but there's far more of you to hit. Ugh.
Oh. Well, it's total coverage here. Oh, gross.
What? What? How? No.
It's okay. I mean, I used to like pull on care share for ages. I still do.
Yeah, you guys are going into trust. Obviously, you're doing it.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that they're doing. I wouldn't go that far. I think we know.
Cass has got this mortified look on her face.
I just think they're kind of cute together.
No.
Oh, come on, Cass. He clearly likes you.
1, he's human. 2,
So?
even if it did.
Listen, the Fae
It
have a
would
saying,
work.
love knows no bounds.
Yep.
Oh God! Here comes the crass Cass. You do realize that it just simply would not work. He probably holds up her hand. Probably no longer than this. She holds up her arm. He needs to be this long.
Listen, that isn't all about that.
Someone's being a little picky, huh?
Sometimes you have to search for a higher power to help you, okay?
While searching for manuals that would be able to assist Gifton, this unit did see multiple diagrams and other manuals that do appear to address the situation as specified.
I'm just gonna say, unlike you, he has an arm to spare, so something to think about.
Husband, we should flee. We should flee. I'm gonna miss
we're
you
going
step
to
up
bed.
the stairs.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Gifton's rushed.
Karen's gonna follow actually
Welcome
laughing
to
to
the game,
himself.
Blackheart.
If all else fails,
Cass is just kind of blinking at them all, just like, did I just get run over by? Oh my God!
Archie's just gonna walk over, clap a hand, and she'll go, if all else fails, feed him a potion that grows him a tail. Those things are great. And just walk off.
All right, Blackheart, are you trying to talk? Because I can't tell.
No.
Okay,
Hi,
good. Because
Bucky.
you're lit up. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Blackheart.
Welcome. You joined at the right time.
Cass is
Yep.
actually going to slam back the rest of her drink because at this point she needs it.
Uh-huh.
And then she's
And
gonna
the evil-
pull
and the-
one sleeve down and go see Corvus.
The evil gears in her head are grinding at the moment. And she's actually going to go get 2 mugs of ale, and she's going to go knock on
Open a couple
the boys'
buttons.
room door.
Was I not supposed to mention this? Tilde says to
No one.
self, I guess.
Archie.
Because I have no idea. what's going
Carrick,
on.
actually,
Where am I?
you have been out in town today, both trying to check for information on this priest and picking up a few things like flux and such for your jewelry making, right?
Yes.
And it's about evening now when you return, and you see Cass getting up with a couple of things of ale from the bar and heading upstairs. Tilde sitting sort of at the table as if, where has everybody gone? Archie, where did you go? Argie's dead.
She wanted to go pet just brush down Clop
Yeah.
and then probably sit in the window.
And Argie headed out of the bar. So yeah, you basically see Telday sitting at the table when you come in.
Telday?
It- Greetings.
Why are you down here alone?
They all left in recent moments. It may not be advisable to go back to your room at the moment.
Why?
It appears that Cassiopeia and Corvus may be confronting their feelings.
Great. I'm gonna have to go clean up a bunch of blood soon, aren't I?
Unlikely, although cleanup may be required.
Wow.
What time is it roughly?
I don't know.
I'd say it's about 8 p.m.
Okay. Are they still serving food?
They are indeed.
I'm going to flag someone down and order the special for today.
Okay.
And take a seat at the table with Telday.
Okay, you sit down with Telday and you get your meal. Meanwhile, upstairs. Cassie, going straight into that room, or are you knocking on the door?
It's going to be the knock and then just enter.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, are you knocking with your shoulder, or
With the flagons of ale in the one hand.
Hoof.
Oof. Okay. So, Corvus, there is a brief.
Oh, are you opening the door?
There's a brief with great difficulty, actually. But you could do
She's
it with the
a mouth.
handle. Yep. There's a brief sort of thumping at the door before it. You hear a sort of fumbling with the latch as Cass tries to open it up while holding two mugs of ale. Before finally managing to catch it on one of them and open it up. Door swings open. And there she is, Corvus. Cassiopeia.
Try right mindset after all that. Okay, trying to get back into Corvus here.
That's what she's trying to do.
Remember where Corvus was. He was emotionally distressed.
Yeah.
He's extremely upset.
Yeah.
You're on the verge of man tears.
All right. So Corvus is just laying in the bed, just kind of. Allie, shut up! staring up at the ceiling, so he doesn't really acknowledge who.
Cass, there is a fairly full-on looking Corvus on the bed.
This we can do the studying tomorrow. Just want to relax.
Sorry, I'm not here to study.
Cass
Yes.
sits up.
She hands him a mug.
Oh,
I think you need this.
that's the last thing. No. How are you feeling, Cass?
Well, I would use the joke that I had earlier, but that would just be rehashing the same old statement, and I've already been one-upped on it. But there's apparently some very interesting rumors going around, and we need to talk and possibly plan revenge.
I'm just kind of staring blankly at you. I was more interested with any discomfort in your arm, but okay.
Oh,
Shoulder.
no, my arm's fine. She holds up the flag. My arm's fine.
I forgot after all that mess that happened downstairs. There may be somebody can help you get an arm made. I talked to a guy at the apothecary who knows a artificer.
Oh,
So
thank you, but I was going to. the High General made the offer as well.
Oh, well.
So I already started on that. But no, I thank you for thinking about that. I do appreciate it.
Get both, wear them both, be 3-armed.
Well, it was kind of. Sorry, I couldn't do anything for your arm. I wish maybe there was something I could scavenge from it. So there are ways to correct it naturally. But
Corvus,
unfortunately,
Corvus,
what?
Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry.
It's part and parcel.
Well, thanks for the mug, I guess.
Oh, no worries. I don't know what happened, but you were looking rather down afterwards, so I figured you needed a cup as much as I do right now.
Yeah, Kat and I sort of talked it out a bit, and we may have a plan, but things do need to happen.
Well, you want to hear a fun rumor mill?
Okay, sure.
Apparently, our compatriots think we are a thing.
That?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Corvus looking at her face in the candlelight.
Corvus will set the mug down. Okay. That says who?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Apparently because of how much we butt heads on things. They
You run into danger like it's nothing. And I have the
it's my breeding. I'm sorry. It's unfortunately what I was bred to. And Cass is just kind of grimacing when she says this. It's unfortunately what I was bred to do.
I can only do so much, Cass, and that's what worries me. That, like, he points to the missing arm.
That's my fault.
But it's
I
what
picked
you
the wrong
did.
fight. What's that?
Think before you jump into them. At least.
Corvus! Intelligence roll.
Sheet.
Yes, that is required. Actually, it technically isn't.
Hey, Corvus. Check before you jump into things. There is some very delicious irony to that in your mind. Right, yes.
So Corvus, when he says that, he kind of just hangs his hand, puffs his cheek, pierces his lips together. It's like, closes his hand and rubs his temple.
Trust me, I know that
feeling. Roll if you want.
No, she's just really I know that feeling. I know that feeling. But no, they think we're an item, which we are definitely not.
He says, ignoring the feelings in her.
Right, Corvus? We're not an item, she says, batting her eyes. Her
I know where you live, Sam.
Batting her eyes, attempting to do the thing where you, bring your arms together to
roll me an insight check.
One arm.
Okay.
She might be coming on to you. She's acting strangely coy about this situation. Hey, Cass, roll me an insight check.
Oh no.
He is looking at you very strangely, Cass. As if he's trying to figure out if your feelings for him are true or not.
Or he might be just sizing you up to see if he can wear your hooves.
There's that split second where Cass looks at Corvus, sees that, and then there's just that sudden whinny from her, and she's like, oh no.
Corvus will hold up a finger.
Yeah. Can we get a
Not-
specification? Is it one of yours?
Yes.
Is it the middle one?
Let's this is really a very bad time for this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Here, I've got you. Try this.
No, you don't.
Try this line.
God. um. So, did Cass say anything?
That he's going to be helping you out with something over the next couple days, I think. I wasn't paying too much attention. I was fighting with the
Okay.
chocolate.
Oh, I'm not going to ask. Let's just say, let's just say that I do care for your well-being. Probably more than anyone else, to be honest. Whatever that entails, I'm not really sure. But takes the mug. Drink.
And this just got awkward.
Yeah,
Yep.
delightful. All right,
The
so
cast is just Corvus, Siri, in all honesty, no. I am not interested. And but if you want to mess with everyone and just get in their heads and play a prank back at them, let me know. Because right now, we have some high time for some very good practical jokes.
Corvus will drop the mug down. I have work that I need to do. If you want to do that, honestly, it may put everyone in their places, so go right ahead.
It takes two, baby.
just look at Cass with her ever so subtle. Wouldn't it be funny if we pretended to be dating? If we pretended to kiss, just to trick everybody.
Teach them all a lesson.
We've been playing for 35 years, and this motherfucker doesn't get you. And I might think he's not playing gay chicken after all.
All right. Well,
Must feel like an insight is being missed here.
Well, Corvus, either way, I hope you feel better. We need you out there.
I hope I can be more out there in the future.
Well,
But it's a interesting rumor, and I can see where it's coming from.
oh, so can I, but at the same time, it's not true. And,
kiss.
It's
I like to imagine that Allie's just sitting there with dolls.
Now kiss.
Kissy kissy.
Corvus just nod.
Cass and Corvus do a very awkward, yes, we appreciate the humor in this.
Corvus, just something to remember. I was brought up around this sort of thing, so this doesn't affect me too much. I
It
can
will
see
affect you if you die.
Yeah, then it'll affect me. Definitely, it'll put a stop to all my plans.
Right.
But at the same time,
I can't fix death.
no one can. At this point, I don't even
did.
think. No, he didn't fix death. He kind of sidestepped it. And because of what he did, 2 people died. We can't cheat Death Corvus. It will get us one way or another. But at the same time, what you do for the group, for everyone, helps out a lot. But anyways, finish that off. Take it back down to Sigrid when you're done. Don't hide out up here. And she's going to take her mug and just kind of slosh a little bit and walk towards the door and just kind of unthinkingly kind of reach for the door with her left arm and just stop and just.
Good night, Gus.
Good night.
All right. Okay. Cassie, you going to bed or you going back downstairs?
I'm going back downstairs.
Okay.
Gifted and Kara totally peeking around their door frame, watching her go.
My God, she just came from Corvus's room.
No, she was in there a really long time.
I mean, I was just joking, but I guess maybe they're trying.
Maybe that's what they needed. She brought up 2 bugs of ale and she's sleeping with one.
Oh my God.
Gossip.
Yeah. Totally. You've been sitting downstairs for a bit. Carrick, you have a lovely salmon dinner.
I almost ate the brownies.
Almost. Almost. You need to try.
Cass,
You need to try
they're
hard.
fey.
You need to try hard.
I know.
I'm waiting right now for Cass to come back down.
Are you enjoying your meal?
Nah, it's pretty good.
Does it have flavors and textures that are pleasant?
I was really expecting it just to be. Are there tastes and are there flavors and textures? Just stop.
Does it contain nutrients?
For the most part.
That is preferable.
Yes. But everybody has different opinions on flavors and textures.
Noted. There are no optimal flavorings and textures.
So everything will be bland.
Only for Corvus.
The only way to please everyone is to please no one.
Yep.
Enjoy your nutrient packet.
No, the proper response is the only way to please everybody is saying, screw it, I'm flavoring it for me.
Cass comes downstairs.
Does this mean I can go up and go to sleep sometime soon?
You can just be careful. Corvus is still out of it from earlier.
Out of character. Was I here for the
You
out
were
of it
not.
part? Out of it?
Yeah, he had a mental break, I think.
Corvus consumed something without knowing what it would do and had a bad reaction.
are we worried that something's gonna happen to him?
At the moment, no.
Might need to sleep in the Vardo again. Wait, where is Gifton and Care? Are they upstairs or in the Vardo today?
In their own room.
Upstairs.
It's
I might
the-
need to still sleep in the Vardo.
Vardo. You're traumatized this one so badly.
I just like to think eventually characters gonna start walking over and just start hitting on the wall and go, quit, I'm trying to sleep.
Would you and Cassie prefer to exchange rooms?
Cass is
That
looking at
improve the
Halliday.
situation?
Doesn't she sleep with Argy?
RG has been sleeping outside recently.
Yeah, she's up in the Vardo with you.
Explain.
Cass is just looking at Carrick. Yeah, and apparently people are thinking that Corvus and I are together, which we are not.
Has there been a change in your relationship status?
There never was a relationship to begin with.
I am sorry.
I was pretty sure you two at one point were trying to kill each other.
According to Gifton, pulling hair is a sign of affection.
Your own hair or someone else's?
The object of affection.
I'm worried about Gifton at times.
Yes, that is a good idea.
Screw you, Telday.
Hey, I can worry about the health and well-being of all kinds of people. It's important to do so for your friends.
Yep.
Outside, RG. You're brushing Klopp's mane, and he seems very happy to see you. He actually sort of rests his head over your shoulder.
Mhm.
A weird horsey hug. And as you're working on him, your natural perception, you sort of notice before he actually clears his throat, figure coming up close to you. So it's no shock when you hear Raziel's voice going, RG.
Hey, Raz, what's up?
Quite a few things. I'm only away for a second, but would you be able to grab Gifton tomorrow and to come see me?
Gift going to see you tomorrow? Can do.
Just the magic.
Oh,
Carrick would also be welcome company.
I don't know if you want to do anything with it, Ali, but I did use his name.
You did? When? What?
Raziel. I said Raziel.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I didn't know if he had like a sentient radar going around for his name.
He's just been mentioned in conversation. It's fine. Yeah.
He's learned to just tune us out because we use it too often.
Yeah.
Carrick as well. He's a good moral parameter.
Okay, so gift and care. Anyone else?
No. No.
Okay.
Have a good
Hello.
night.
I will say, by the way, for the record, the only reason I tried to contact you earlier wasn't a hey, fix the problem for us. It was a I figured, given you're a general, you make sure you know there's a dragon on the loose up in the north.
It's fine. Yeah, I have Rickbio looking for it right now.
Any luck?
Trail of Destruction, very strange, random. Normally they attack specific things, but just seems to be forestry, rocks. Thankfully, no people.
I think it'd be our favorite electric friend.
It'd be unusual for Michael to go after one of Morgani's, but not impossible.
I'm either starting shit or just wanting to have something that's capable of a lot of destruction.
Essentially. Worth checking, though. So, thank you for the heads up. Right, tomorrow then.
Have a good night.
And he walks off around the corner, and that's the last you sort of feel of his presence.
Archie just kind of brushes Clapboomer and goes, okay, but I've got to go back in for a minute.
Cop bobs his head and just sort of nuzzles against you.
She gives him another good scratch behind the ears and that, and then just goes in. Carrick's still sitting in the bottom area?
Yep.
Hey, Carrick. Razio wants you tomorrow at the keep.
Okay.
And I've got to go find Giffen and tell her that he wants her there too.
Did he say when?
Morning, probably.
Okay.
But just you two.
Okay.
And Archie's just going to go upstairs and knock on Giffen's door.
There's a bit of giggling, and eventually Gifton opens the door. Her top isn't quite on yet. Hi.
Oh.
Just keep the sheet up, honey. What is it, Archie?
It's like, oh, come on, it's not anything I haven't seen in people before, Jesus. I mean, I saw all of that yesterday.
That's mine, though. She says, kind of body blocking hair and the wings flip up.
Wait, no, I think I should be more defensive if you maybe. Yeah, wait, no, she's mine.
First of all, I'm not interested in you, and I saw all that earlier.
Oh, me and Archie have been in baths together.
There's a sudden squinty face at RG from Care.
Is there a reason you're interrupting us at the moment?
Yeah, Raz wants you at the keep tomorrow. Specifically you, and
specifically who?
Specifically you, and specifically Care.
Care?
Care.
You're cutting out when you were saying it because I couldn't understand you. What? Okay. What time?
In the morning.
How? Okay, I was gonna spend tomorrow with Telday though. Well, maybe I can catch up with him later. Hey, can you do me a favor? And she's going to reach into her pocket, and Gifton has, over the course of the recent adventures, bought a fuck ton of sending stones because you sons of bitches. I am going to hand one set to RG and go, you keep this set with you and me, okay? And can you give this one to Telday?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna glance back at Care and then suddenly like lunge forward and give RG the biggest kiss on the lips ever.
Oh, poor Care.
One hand on the rump.
Care is just gonna stare bright red.
All right. Later. Close the
She'll give a friendly little wave and a wink.
I had not realized it was Kara's birthday.
Care just clutches the sheets tight.
When she closes the door, Archie's just going to
Head back downstairs.
Walk downstairs and hand these things on to Telday. Gifton wants you to hold on to this for foreseeable future, probably. It's a set so she can talk to you.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, after she's done at the keep, she wants to try and catch up with you.
Affirmative.
Okay, well, I'm going to go to bed. And she's going to walk back up to the bar now.
Right, fair as people
Several
go
athletics checks
to
later.
sleep and or do other activities that we fade to black on.
Yes.
Right, Carrick and Telday, are you also going to sleep? Or sentry mode?
I'm gonna go up to my room and try to sleep.
Okay, challenging. Give
Good luck.
give me a wisdom save. I want you to try and block this out.
Hey, I've got 5 days left to live, guys. I'm making every bit of time here.
Go, Carrick. Give me a good wisdom.
Hold on.
He's gonna roll really good.
I have my gear back, so.
Yeah, it's a little distracting, but you can focus and tune it out.
I have a 19 strength. Is that enough to yeet?
I like to think that Carrick really wishes that we didn't have those rings.
Yes.
Because we're using those tonight.
Yes.
Are you sure you didn't want to ask Cass to switch rooms?
No, because it's
Even
just the
if
other
it meant also
side.
moving. Oh, okay.
So it's
They
gonna
have
be
the
the
middle
same.
Why did we give them the middle room?
I'm not the one that did anything with this.
I thought we were on the end.
Oh, yeah.
I also thought they were
We
on
are-
the end.
No,
No, Carrick
change of
and
plans. They're in the middle now. It's funnier.
No, Carrick and Corvus are in the middle.
The world has warped. Their room is in the middle now. It's funnier.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so
Right.
yeah.
So
All right, so
people
fade to black.
eventually get to sleep.
I'll
Wait.
stand in the hallway between Carrick and Corvus and Cassie's rooms.
Okay, cool. Basically in the middle of the hallway.
Well, against the wall.
Okay, right. You do that, and during the night, you do see a couple of what looks like to be adventurers themselves. A couple of elven gentlemen come in, give you a very strange look as they go to their own room.
I'm just a statue.
Yeah,
Obviously.
yeah.
You know, elves giving a weird look at someone just
With
kind of
glowing
there
eyes.
is, kind of racist or something. I don't know.
A
the way to describe
very elaborate.
well.
hypocritical,
Alright.
as are elves.
That's-
Yes,
that. That's the word hypocritical.
that's the word for elves anyway. So, right. And soon enough, morning comes. Phrasing. Okay.
That was a bad night for that. Okay.
Yeah.
When I get up in the morning, I am going to come out in the hallway and I'm going to present Telday with his suit that I made over the course of the night, and then I will do my morning song with everybody.
When
if they
did
want
you
to do
find
that.
time to do that?
Yeah.
I had it part. I did do it as part of a long
Very
rest.
multi-talented.
Listen,
Multi-talented.
Listen.
They need to clean it.
They needed a break.
Yeah, she has to give Care a break at some point there.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might have really good con score.
I am doing my performance check though, because I'm going to sing you guys a song in the morning. So there you go. 11 hit points.
Very nice.
Thank you for this item.
Yes. It's in case it goes over your. I mean, I used to think this was armor, but it goes over. It kind of, if you button it around, it'll go around the big, hot, tall parts of your pauldrons, like things, and it's a nice suit in case you go to a nice party or something. I thought you might want to dress up, maybe. I don't know.
This unit does not require clothing.
Yeah, but it's one of the few things I can make, and I wanted to make you something. So I know it's not really useful, but I hope you like it anyway.
Thank you. It is certainly colorful and well made.
She smiles. I'm gonna give him a hug. All right, I guess I have to go to a thing for a bit with Carrick. You got my stone? We can get a hold of me if you need to.
Affirmative.
All right. If you need
Corvus.
anything, you can come to me, right?
I do not believe that you have all of the items that I will be searching for.
No, you know what I mean. If you need my assistance, if there's anything I can help you with, you always can come to me, okay?
Affirmative.
I'm sorry.
Corvus
Go
will
ahead,
head out of his room with his backpack.
Hey, Corvus.
Guten Morgen, Gifton.
Hey. I'm just going to come over and give you a hug.
Obviously,
So
getting so many hugs lately sucks.
many. Please Thank you.
Please, thank you.
Definitely ask how things went with Cassie.
Do you think...
Once, do you let go?
Yeah.
And then Corvus will start moving.
Trip up.
She looks like
Not
she's
at
going to
a
ask
quick
you
pace.
something.
He's just moving.
She's just... Could you help me with something at some point?
What can I do, Gifton?
She frowns and she tugs on one of the wings. You're smart. Can you help me figure out how to tuck them away? I hit everything.
Yes,
like straps or something, or...
Well, if there's straps, then they'll always be bound until you release.
That's fine, maybe. I don't know. I'm having trouble going through doors, and I'm just... She gestures with her hands and her wings start flapping out to the side. I can't... They just do things, and I could use the help of a good friend on that.
And nobody's saying the most obvious comment.
What?
Wear the ring less. You don't have problems with the door.
I'll be in the library for a while. I can see if there's probably not, given what those are, but I can maybe find something useful. I'll think on it.
If you think on it, you're smarter than me, so I trust you to come up with something. I thought about having you... She makes a face. But I think I might lose a lot of blood doing it that way, and I don't know if I need them.
None of it is done properly.
Okay. Well, anyway, just, if you don't mind keeping an eye out for me, thank you.
We'll do.
I will give him a little bobbed curtsy, because I feel like there's just like this weird stiffness between her and Corvus right now.
Which Corvus, after this awkward moment, as you start to head away, you hear your trusted fellow who's promised you help, who was ever so serious last night, yelling, "Darling, where's my pants?" from the room as you leave.
Corvus is at the head of the stairs, and he just starts descending.
Honey, they're under the... Not that bed, the other bed.
I've got him.
Carrick's gonna come down about now.
I'm gonna give Carrick a hug. I can do this now. You can't hide from me.
Gifton has too much power.
Reduce. You out.
Are you doing that?
No. You give her a hug back.
Look at the wing buddies.
Wing buddies. We're supposed to go to places together today.
Yeah. RG mentioned going to go see the general.
Okay. I'm going to loop my arm around Carrick and follow him where he goes. Are we going to breakfast?
Care, that is the one you have to watch out for.
Looking confused? Huh? What?
It's okay, Corvus isn't there.
Corvus isn't there.
Oh,
That's okay. Corvus is there. Yeah, so I'll go down to breakfast with you. We're going to go catch a quick one before we head out.
Right, yep, you can have a quick porridge and get yourselves out the door. Telda, you're going shopping, right?
Affirmative.
Okay. And what about you, Cassie?
Cass
no, that's right, Cassie. Actually, early on in the morning, a little after everyone's left, a young soldier will arrive. Not sporting any particular ranking, just definitely looks like bottom rung. But he comes into the tavern and you see him looking around for a centaur, which is thankfully easy to spot Miss Stillshot?
Cass kind of turns. Yeah.
The High General requests your presence at 1 p.m. if you would please.
Okay.
And you actually handed a little missive. That is essentially what he just said.
She takes it. Thank you. Would you care for something to go on the run?
No, ma'am. Busy day, I'm afraid.
He has a bunch of other scrolls to go deliver.
Well, she was kind of offering him like a bagel or a muffin or something off of.
He gives you a thankful look, but shakes his head before heading out the door.
She waves.
He's already carb loaded for the day.
Yep.
He had a banana. It'll keep him going.
Banana.
One banana.
Did you have banana?
Oh no, what have I done?
Banana.
Banana.
Ba ba banana ba ba.
Oh
Wait,
God, please
Force,
make it
please
stop.
move us forward.
Ellie,
All
I'm
right.
praying to Raziel, please.
Okay, Cass, what are you going to do with your
Yes.
morning?
Well, Cass is going to eat. She's going to go get a bath. She's going to clean up a bit because she brawl the other day and she hasn't done anything to clean up. And she's going to get ready to go see someone important.
So you're going to make yourself presentable.
Yeah,
Okay.
as much as she can.
Okay. RG.
Yo.
Yeah, you're going to have breakfast.
Yeah, she'd probably just have breakfast.
Yeah. So you saw this little dude come in and hand Cass a little missive, and you've been sitting there for a bit when suddenly there is a familiar voice in your head. You just hear the voice of Marissa saying, "RG, I'm okay. Just had a weird time," and it definitely sounds stilted, as if she's counting. Little breakdown. Had to find myself, but I'm okay. Back home. See you soon. And it ends.
Alright, you'll think for a second, then I'm going to take a second to count out.
Audrey grabs out pulls her hands out, starts counting,
She's
mouthing to
just
herself.
Kind of, she's mouthing to herself, just basically counting everything. It's like, as soon as I can, glad to see you are okay. Glad to hear you are okay. Rather not the whole thing.
Mhm.
I hope I can see you soon.
Okay.
Love you.
Right.
Yeah, actually, she's adding that on the end too.
Okay. Right. So, how are you going to spend your morning?
She'd probably just eat and then just, honestly, maybe just wander the town.
Chill out, have a nice walk around.
Yeah.
Okie
She's
dokie.
got nothing pressing currently because she can't. Still thinking on how she can do anything to contact her family, so she's got no leads to chase currently.
Okay, so Corvus is a library boy.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. We'll handle that first. Corvus, you make your way to the library, and as you head across town, there seems to be a lot of bustling in the streets. A lot of decorations are being put up. There's a lot of activity going on right now. Even like tables being moved outside. Looks like the city is preparing for something. Oh, I wonder what.
It's obviously picnic day. Sorry.
But you come to the library, and the doors are actually open up. They were closed, even though you were able to get in last time. And as you head up the steps, you see quite a few people inside, all dressed very nicely. Seems to be a little gathering of about 6 people, talking to a familiar librarian.
Dude, is there a routine to having to check in, or can you just go?
You can just go in. You'd be stopped if you weren't supposed to be there, essentially.
Okay. he will make his way up to the group, to going to the librarian if possible.
Yeah, they're not in the way or anything.
Good morning.
And a few of them actually give you a polite nod. You see the librarian give you a not quite so polite, but he does acknowledge your presence. And yeah, and one of the gentlemen actually goes, "Good morning, good sir."
Morning.
And you're allowed to walk on by.
He's going to the librarian.
Oh, you're actually going up to the librarian himself.
Yeah.
And the conversation dies down, and the librarian goes, "Can I help you?"
One of my compatriots is going to be arriving. Will he have to pay for entry?
I'm afraid so, if he wishes to peruse our collection.
All right. His name is help me, Gifton. I know your last name.
What do you think happened when we got married?
He took. Wait. What?
He took her name.
Oh. Okay.
In Brownie Society, the one who asks enforces the name. I asked.
Yes. Okay. His name is Brocklin.
Another adventurer.
A party member. He sets down 500 gold.
And he sets it aside. Okay, payment is here then. I will sort out his card when he arrives. And you see the gentleman actually greeted you, looking at you with interest now. He seems to be young, sandy blonde hair, very finely dressed. Oh, an adventurer are you?
A what adventurer? Tarnstead Trading Company.
Oh, yes, I've heard of your lot. I'm Lord Grayson, and he actually holds his hand out to you.
Pleasure, Lord Grayson.
The pleasure's mine. You'll learn if you're in. I know most adventurers are more into the rough and tumble.
I am the party's medic, but yes, I am studious.
Oh, doctor.
Indeed.
Dr.
Adelas.
Hexenreich?
Indeed, yes.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. How often do you come in here? I've not seen you before.
As often as I can, because this is about bestest place I can spend my time.
Oh, have you heard the rumours, Mr. Adelas? Dr. Adelas?
Rumors.
I mean, we were just talking about it, and he gestures to his companions.
No, not really. I'm not. No. What rumors?
Oh, apparently there's a big parade that was planned. A big change in it. Last minute scrambling to try and sort something out. We're all just guessing what it could be.
Isn't it? Is the birthday for the
young prince? Yes. But I mean, a change in plans just a day before. That's very, very unusual, don't you say? And you see some of the other lords murmuring and nodding.
I mean, it's a parade, my lord. And maybe there was an idea change with the float or some sort of choreography.
That's what I thought. You hear one of the others say. Perhaps one of the carriages afloat wasn't constructed right, or has had a mishap. It's like one of the others just a bit mundane for an entire shift in time, and it doesn't sit right with me. Can't just be. They could fix that easily.
What is the shift then? What is the? It's just.
It's going to be much shorter, they say.
Has there been any speculation of the weather?
Weather's supposed to be fine tomorrow. In fact, the mages are seeing to it.
The mages are saying to. Wonderful. I'm sorry, my lord, but I'm not well versed in the social structure of this community. I've only been here for a few days.
Well, that's understandable. Especially being a doctor, you must be busy.
Yes, fairly. That's been quite an interesting injuries that my party has sustained that I need to take care of.
Oh, I'd love for you to tell me about them. And I'm afraid, gentlemen, this conversation is boring me a bit. There's a parade, and you see one of the other noblemen sort of roll his eyes a bit, nodding, and one of them looks a little bit huffy at it. But this young sandy-haired gentleman actually takes your arm and starts to walk you into the library.
Why does everyone have the intention of touching me?
Did he say that?
No.
Oh.
But there's a visible.
Everyone wants to fondle the medic.
Visible tense.
Okay, let's give him.
He's not a complete germaphobe, but he likes things. His version of sanitary.
I'll let you decide. Would a 10 detect it?
It's sort of a nervous tick.
So you're not trying to hide it or anything?
Not trying to hide it.
Oh, well, after he sort of leads you through one of the doorways and out of sight, he actually just goes to you. Oh, my apologies.
Sorry. This is medics need to be clean.
Oh, I understand. Sorry, a little excitable. It's always nice to hear a new, exciting person's tales.
I beg to differ. Medicine is not too exciting. It's very real.
It's very, very real.
Yes. What can is there something I can do for you? Is there something of a private concern?
Somewhat. See, and he actually leans into you and goes, I have a lady friend. A lady friend who's not within my usual circles.
Uh-huh.
And I may have
I can understand where you're coming from because that is not surprising, I suppose.
she's with child.
Kind of figured as much. With the way you're addressing it. Congratulations. But I think that's not what you want.
I would like to see the child delivered safely, but I can't take him to the physicians I know. My father knows, you see?
Your father knows that the woman is pregnant.
No.
And that would be bad.
Yes.
Okay. How far along is she?
What do you mean?
How far along is her pregnancy?
Oh, and he just sort of gestures in front of himself as if trying to indicate a stomach size.
Okay, no, stop. You're just, no. I'm gonna have to see her to gauge how soon the baby is due to arrive, what condition she is in, if she is fit to birth, if she has the right amount of care that's been provided to her, and ensure that the child is alive and well.
Well, obviously, I will pay you handsomely. Here, and he's actually going to pull out what looks like to be a little card that he writes on the back of, with a very nice looking little cylindrical thing. Doesn't look like a usual quill. And he'll hand it off to you. She's here.
She's staying here.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
And if I am to arrive out of the blue, am I supposed to address you by any means to acknowledge that I am with you?
You can tell her that I sent you. Of course, just Gray sent you.
Gray. All right, Mr. Gray. I will see to this.
Thank you very much. And of course, discretion, and you'll be paid handsomely for your discretion.
Of course. Doctor-patient privileges, I think is what my homeland calls it.
Marvellous. And he looks like he's about to clasp you on the shoulder before his hand pauses midair, and he just smiles and bows his head.
Corvus will bow.
Pleasure meeting you. And he turns on his heel and starts to head back towards his group.
What was his name again?
Grayson. Lord Grayson.
Lord Grayson. Okay.
Grayson.
And you spend the rest of your... you're going to go about doing your little look-see about some research and such?
Yeah, so Corvus is going to pull surgery books, anatomy of the human skull, procedures to extract eyes, and then investigate this Azorloth? Azoth.
Right.
Some more.
Okay. Well, those medical books you can find easily.
Mm-hmm.
The Azoth thing you've already rolled for, I'm afraid. There isn't much more here. However, as you're going about the building looking for more, you do notice that there is, in fact, a very big door that is just labelled private. And it's locked quite fiercely. Very large, multiple sets of locks on it.
The librarian did say all things were of access. How many locks?
How are you gonna use your staff to go through there so you don't have to pick all those locks?
How many locks?
There seems to be 3 locks.
Does Corvus have to see the destination?
You have seen lines going off in different directions. I've told you that before. You've seen things going off past walls and such.
Behind the door. Behind the door.
You're going to try and follow one of those lines behind the door?
Yeah. He's done being mundane.
Okay. So you pull out your sword, making sure nobody's around, and a quick slice in the air, and a rift opens up.
You will enter it.
Okay. Immediately as you step in, there is that sensation of being watched, of being stalked, of something behind you.
I will know what you are at some point, but not now. And he's going to find the exit.
Okay. So you start marching forward. As you're heading through this blackness here, it seems to take a little bit longer than it did last time. You head forward, and you become a little more accustomed to this void, this darkness. And it does feel like there are shapes moving just beyond the edge of your sight. You catch almost the suggestions of them moving in the darkness, lumbering, towering far above you.
We'll keep his focus.
You keep your focus.
He's already stated his intentions.
Right. Okay. As you come to the exit, at least what you feel is the exit, I need you to make me an intelligence check.
Okay. Inspiration.
Okay. Roll again. You're using your inspiration. Oh! Oh!
Wow.
Dude.
Bum, bum, bum.
So who's your new character?
Right, so you slice open this portal and you step on out. And please make me a dexterity saving throw as you step out into midair. Similarly,
Oh no.
about the fourth floor of this library in the air just outside its window.
Oh no.
Right, so you feel yourself step out and suddenly you are falling. Right beside the library, you manage to catch onto the lip of one of the windowsills with your fingers, arresting your fall.
We'll elbow up the seal. So he's cross-armed on the seal.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a window.
Yep, there is a
I'm
window.
assuming it's closed glass.
Yep, you caught the third floor window, and you can see in just onto one of the library floors. And it is the usual pane glass wooden window. No lock or anything on it.
Try to pry it open with the cane, supporting himself.
Give me an athletics check with advantage, just because you're trying to do this with actually no advantage. You're still trying to hold on. You're using a device, but you've got to keep yourself steady. Right, yep, you are able to move this window up. The wood sticks a bit. It's a little loud. There is some squeaking noise, but you are able to open it up.
Climbs in.
On the bright side, you know that sometimes these things open up in midair now. So that's something you know now.
Something he knows that is not what's going through his mind. He'll climb in and shut the window.
You are safely back inside the library.
Now you go back to the door and try again.
You know what? He is.
Okay, cool. All right, so you head back up to the fourth floor, back up to this private section. Then you look at it again. You can see that one point you took, probably not the best one to take again.
Can I make any sense out of these things?
They seem to go everywhere. The ones that end within sight, they're easy to track. The ones that go out of sight, very hard to gauge the distance on.
Doors. Is there any symbology on the door? Blind door.
Give me an investigation check. Okay, you start looking over the door, and it's very, very hard to see, but it looks like almost built into the varnishing of the door itself, nearly matching perfectly. There are, in fact, some arcane ruins by the locks.
So it's a good thing you didn't try to pick those, because there's probably an alarm that goes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
slice the air.
Okay, you're stepping through again.
Yeah.
Right, you go back in. Again, that presence is there. Feels closer this time. Almost like there's breath on the back of your head, neck, but you know you must be imagining that.
He's not imagining. He knows it's there. But he's ignoring, not paying it attention.
Right, so you start heading forward. You move and move, trying to track that exit. Give me another intelligence check. Okay, you slice open the exit. As you do, your sword ripping through the air, you step forward, and out of the corner of your eye, you can see what almost looks like some kind of clawed appendage grasping onto that exit as you pop through into a hallway.
You turn around to the exit.
The exit
Is it shut?
is gone.
You're all trying to leave. Why would you all want to leave? You are fallen dead angels. Maybe that is indeed another lie. Maybe you are prisoners.
But indeed, you are looking at the inside of that door. You have crossed that scant meter.
Can you remember that line?
You'll have to see.
Okay. What is in this forbidden library?
Right, so you are standing in a corridor. It looks like it runs parallel to that wall you were standing at, and all along it are different doors. Some further away from others. It looks like there's rooms of various sizes. You want to start going down, looking at them?
Yep. Inspecting each. So there's a hallway of doors.
Yep. And
All right.
they look like they are marked for their subjects. You see history, arcana, various different things. As you travel down the hallway, the subjects seem to get a bit more esoteric. There are doors that become unmarked, just seem to have strange symbols on them.
Any of them matching the symbol he knows? The eye?
There
Or
is
vague representations?
There is let's see. Yes. There is no eye symbol.
Okay.
However, as you continue down looking at these strange markings, some coloured triangles, it feels a lot like Dingus's communication, actually.
Dingus is the mastermind.
You come to the end of the hallway, and set into the end of the hallway is another locked door. Actually seems to be made of solid metal. And this one does not even try to disguise the arcane wardings on it. It is covered in them.
Turns back around to the hallway, sees all the doors. Did any of them feel like they were anything close to what he's looking for? A way of magically influencing himself, whatever these eyes, any sort of knowledge about what the creature is.
Strangely enough, most of these strangely marked rooms did follow off after the Arcana room.
Okay.
And after the Arcana room, there were 9 doors in total.
It's like it's one for each school of magic.
Yeah.
And actually, tell a lie, you do find an eye symbol. It's not the gentleman's eye, but it is an eye surrounded by a 6-pointed star with various little sigils surrounding that. Looks like a arcane representation or something. on one of the doors. Another door seems to have a shield with some twirling sigils set into it.
Yeah, I understand what these are, but this is not what Corvus is looking for.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't understand. He doesn't make knowledge that these symbols are schools of magic that denote different things, different abilities, different talents.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is he's looking for particulars, not subjects.
You probably have to look within the subjects to find particulars.
Yeah.
Although there is clearly a. Actually, give me an Arcana roll. See if you recognise these symbols. Very nice. Yeah. There is definitely a divination, abjuration, enchantment, necromancy, illusion, conjuration, evocation, transmutation, and then something called dunamancy.
Nice. Dude.
But Parcels, this one locked door, just seems to have a simple plaque set up right on top of it at the what do you call it?
The plaque?
Just says poison room.
Honestly, go to someone else because I need to think.
Okay, right. Gifton, Carrick.
Yes.
You arrive at the keep.
Yay! We didn't die.
Your friendly guards are there, and they both give you a sort of nod as if like, good to see you.
Hey, how are you doing? I give him a hug.
It's nice to see you too, ma'am.
You guys doing all right after all that mess? You know, people getting turned into rabbits and stuff.
But pardon? Turned into rabbits? People got turned into rabbits?
Yeah, I mean, there's just, there was that guy that totally grabbed Cassie and made his.
What? What?
Oh, am I not supposed to tell them about how he grabbed Cassie and took her arm completely off?
There's a wide-eyed look and then a squint. Oh, I get people turning into rabbits. Some guy take it. Yeah, I get it. Right, very funny. Okay.
Yeah, and the little pixies that were running around with the gun shooting people.
Pixies, sure. Right.
Wave my hand. This is all.
I actually look a little upset. You don't believe me, do you?
Very funny, ma'am. All right, let's get you in.
I'm gonna just turn to Gifton and Sylvan and go. It's probably for the best.
The general says you're allowed to.
But I like them.
The High General has deemed that you're allowed to keep your armaments. So, if you've got anything on you,
what?
Please don't use it.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
Note that for
I
next
know. No
time.
more pat downs. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna get another hug then. There we go. There we go.
Right.
Yeah, big hug.
Note to self: gonna start carrying all my stuff from now on. Okay.
Open the door, Durwood. And the other guard sort of nods and opens up the door for you.
His name is Delward, huh? What was the other guy? What was your name, by the way?
What, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Goman.
Goman and Delward. Okay. All right. Nice to see you guys. We'll see.
Durwood, ma'am.
Durwood?
Yes.
Did you say Goman?
Yeah.
Out of character.
Yeah.
Like the ninja?
Maybe.
All right, Durwood and Goman, got it. All right, it was very, very good to see you both, and hopefully you'll hear more about it.
Yeah, have a nice meeting.
Yeah, I guess. Gonna loop an arm around Carrick.
Right, and you head on in. You are escorted up to Raziel's office by an aide. And let in once more, and he's in there seemingly scribbling furiously, filling out paperwork or writing a report. It's hard to tell. And he glances up and smiles at the side of you both. Gifton,
Do you
Carrick.
not have people that fill your paperwork out for you?
I'm afraid this is a little too sign things, and this is a little high up for underlings to handle.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But please come sit down, have yourself some drinks if you want.
Close the door behind us. And
Right.
I don't think I'm allowed to take any more to drink from this building.
What?
Tom gave me one of his bottles. I think I shouldn't be allowed to have any more.
Thomas. Wow. He is.
Argy said it was really good stuff.
everybody likes Carrick.
Everybody does like Carrick. Oh, so
You okay?
no, I'm not.
Oh, good.
So-
Me too.
What's wrong?
Well, this
can we
entire accidentally creating a race thing, not great.
Yeah, that's understandable.
There's a lot of discussion going on about it still, but I think it's going to turn out okay as far as it can. But it throws a more wrench into more personal plans.
Okay.
Oh,
You know, I was saying how there was something that was going to go down, and I didn't want you to know. I gave you the choice not to know.
Yeah. I assumed that was about, and I'm going to point up. But you also said that having met us kind of keeps making everything kind of fly off the handle and mess everything up. So,
So-
I figure this is a bit more of that.
Sort of. I suppose not your fault, because this would have happened either way. But frankly, there's going to be a war.
Oh no, are they gonna?
A war
Oh.
of my making.
with
Or
who?
there was. Between Barast
What?
and Noran,
Why?
because I need certain rules and laws we have to come into effect to give me control over every registered adventuring party.
Gifton was suddenly a little shocked. Oh my gosh, we'd be drafted.
Well, you'd be my personal project. You wouldn't be under control of anybody but me. But
That's a brilliant fallback, though. If we hadn't played ball, you could have totally just ordered us to do stuff.
he looks a little sad.
You're pretty good at this.
I thought so, but then 3,000 new people who I felt comfortable starting this war because I don't want people to die. I felt comfortable sending automatons in.
Oh.
Oh no.
We had an army.
You had an army of not people to use, and now it's going to be people.
Frankly, they were going
Because
to
it
be
was people.
good enough for shock and awe to hopefully quiet Noran down and let them just have us roll in and occupy. And now it's just going to be a bloodbath
Oh, Raz.
if I do this.
Why were you going to do this? And what's the point?
For the reasons? But you mean beyond the control? Yes.
I mean, yeah. Why do you need all these people to do stuff? I mean, why can't we do it? What is it?
You know that lovely god-killing plan I was talking about.
Yeah.
You need more people for that.
I need people
You
to
need
help me
stuff.
find stuff. Well done, Gifton.
Stuff. It's always about the stuff.
Stuff scattered everywhere. I can't just do it on my own.
Yeah. Okay.
And some of
But
it
you
is
need-
in Noran, some of it is elsewhere. I needed to be able to hold places, send groups to places, some to dive down into far too dangerous areas.
Oh, you've really been.
I needed
making a big-
adventurers.
And you can't back enough.
It looks a little strange if I send our own men to go occupy a abandoned mine or something like that.
No, I mean you can't back enough contracts
That
to
would
get it all
be-
done.
No.
That's not the mine over by Carrick's grandma's, right?
Oh, no. This is one.
Okay.
This is one of another continent. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Okay, there's weird map things. Oh, you knew about that, I think, right? Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, he knew.
yeah. Okay. Of course he knows. He knows everything. So,
He didn't know you'd get
Oh.
those. Points at the wings.
Yes, I didn't
did
know.
you know I'd get those?
I would rather not answer that question.
Gas.
I fear that I might be struck.
Ah,
What have I?
I didn't know for certain. I assumed something might change
I
with
am
you.
going to kind of go around the desk.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna give
we
him
don't
a
have
big
weapons
wing
with
hug.
us right now.
Ah.
I hope he
Thank
does
you.
go ooh.
Yeah, he did. When he was walking around, he just went, ooh.
I'm gonna give him a big hug. Okay, calm down. I'm not gonna hit you.
Yeah.
Have I hit anybody in this group?
You
Care.
hug people.
Okay, except for when I've accidentally hit them with these safety hazards, and she gestures wildly at the
I mean-
wing.
Look at
Clapping
them,
Garrett
but
ass out.
they're soft.
It could have been worse. You could have popped a halo or something.
The wording. The wording.
Popped a halo.
Sounds like you
that
killed an
that
angel.
was an option, because right now I'll be honest, I'm getting up every morning and I'm checking my neck for 3 heads.
No.
Why
no,
would
no.
they be out of? Why would your heads be out? Wouldn't you grow more necks though? Then
I don't really. I just check because.
Still.
Are you, is
There's a reason I
Wait.
called both of you here.
All right.
okay.
I trust you to be a good conscience and practical.
All right.
I don't know if I should do this. Everything is in doubt.
All right. So you need to find a way to get these things and to get people to help you get these things, right? And the easiest grab was adventurers.
Adventurers has many registered groups. They are used to traveling to at first locations, some getting there without real notice or in places they shouldn't be.
Ha.
Okay. So what's the alternative to war?
I don't know. Peace and me not having the assets to use for this. Or not being able to gather everything up in time before the gods decide to act on Heya's release.
Okay.
So 4 days.
How much
Out of
time?
character, Heya doesn't get released when the key's unlocked. We know this.
Isn't Gifted the last key?
That doesn't
And-
open the prison. That just
doesn't open the
unlocks
prison.
it.
Raziel
This
opens
has
the
been
prison.
Described, yeah. He's
okay.
explained this to us a couple times.
Sorry.
Also, you don't know what the time span before the gods act and how long he has to gather stuff up. You know.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
all
thing.
right. But how long do you think you got? Just guessing.
Guessing. With
I
their
mean, you've
old,
been planning this.
with their old deliberations, I was guessing perhaps a year's span, maybe 2,
Oh, that's not long, is it?
before I had to start acting on things personally. I think they will start looking properly in perhaps a year and a half. My best guess. But it's just that.
And there's a lot of things you need gathered.
A lot of things I need gathered.
But if we go to war,
Then suddenly
I
I
mean, they
have
might.
assets and excuses.
You've assets and excuses, but some of us are going to end up out there fighting Norans, aren't we?
Some. Yes. Not everyone will be utilised for what I want, but there are more than enough.
Is there any other way to get that control?
Not unless I assumed a higher position and tried to change things, but I don't see that working too well.
Yeah.
I need to do this, and I suppose I was just hoping that someone would tell me I didn't have to.
Maybe you don't. Maybe we can. I don't know. I mean, how many things do we got to get? Where do you need done? Where do we gotta go? What do we gotta do? I mean, you're not on this on your own.
There's a lot of investigation whether items are still in their places or not, whether rumors pan out. There's, I'd say 30 odd different things I need done.
What about those who assisted in like the items we gathered? Or those?
Yeah.
This is already counting them amongst my agency.
Okay, so you're already counting the captain and his group, and all of them.
Could there, out of character, because I can't remember if this was mentioned to us or if RG's still keeping this. RG mention anything about the person he handed hers off to?
I don't know. Did RG talk the robe dude you gave your orrery to?
Did you mention that to the group more about being unusual?
Seeing the tentacle.
Didn't mention that. She mentioned it to Raziel when they're actually there, and I actually technically because she mentioned it in front of everyone there to him.
Yeah.
Okay. The person RG handed hers off to mentioned the unusual can't think of the word I'm thinking. Uniqueness of the person. They weren't a person like Gifton or I, were they?
No. That is a remnant of Hayers.
Oh.
If Hayers is free, would there be others that would be able to assist too?
Possibly, but I have become hesitant.
How?
What if?
Please,
That's a
ones?
What is
bad
it, Gifton?
idea. It's a very bad idea.
It's the same idea I just had, Gifton.
Probably not.
I have come to learn in my many years, Gifton, that the only bad ideas are the ones you decide to go forward with. So may as well hear it out anyway.
Why don't we give them a war against something that they can't easily mobilize against? So it'll put you into a state of emergency. They have to do their thing, and then they'll mobilize adventurers because it'll make sense to mobilize adventurers. But the army mostly needs to stay at home for this. But they might still try to force their way into Noran to get footholds and do stuff. They're already scared of it, so let's throw them at the Fae.
At the Fae?
They're terrified of the Fae, I bet, and it's not something they can easily go at. They can't get in there, and if they think the Fae is a threat and attacking, then they would have to mobilize. Because I mean, the Fae can get anywhere. I mean, look what he did, right?
He actually leans back in his chair, putting his his hand on his chin as if pondering this.
The Fae is not just here in Barast, it's also in Noran, and it's also over in Nillen's country, right? So, I mean,
what about your brownies, though?
Gifton's gonna frown a bit. I mean, we're not hostile. Maybe we can just be on watch or something.
Yeah,
They'll just keep track.
I don't think you understand how people work, Gifton. If we go to war with the Fae, anything that shows Sided's influence, it might not be so at the start, but people grow weary.
I know.
Which
but we can-
brings a different issue. Again, the sudden lot of new people that
Fae touched, influenced, Warforged.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a bad idea, but at the same time, it keeps the loss of life down a lot.
Maybe.
What was your idea?
Well, my idea was the Warforged. Some of them might be able to assist and be willing. Problem is, you can't obviously explain who you are.
Shipping them around
why,
and sending them places, yeah.
but if it's could be, I mean, there's probably many of them that wouldn't mind trying to look over Gifton, help with gift and then
Some of those people are just random sailors and townsfolk from.
Well, yeah, but there's probably
they
others.
aren't combatants.
Well, that's why I said some, not all. Like I said, some might want to assist, might be willing to assist.
I suppose this is something to consider as well. If we carry a war with the Fae, a lot more people will be hurt that shouldn't be involved. I mean, any innocent brownies that get caught in the crossfire, the Warforged themselves will likely face far greater scrutiny, and frankly, if the Fae retaliate...
Yeah, I guess that is a thing. I was just trying to think of how to lessen the impact a bit.
I think it would be a lesser loss in life than a full-out war, but it wouldn't be soldiers dying.
No.
Yeah.
What's worse, people that didn't want conflict being brought into it, or far more?
Yeah, it is kind of rough, isn't it? Either way. I mean,
I'm sorry, I should not have brought you here to talk about this.
No, you should. You should totally have brought us here to talk about this. That's very good of you to do that. Oh, I'm glad you did. I'm trying to think it through, because there's got to be something we're not seeing. Because something's gotta click this together.
Well, perhaps something for a little bit of thought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, at the very least, we could go get some of the stuff. I mean, what Noran, everywhere else. I'm pretty sure no one would mind a little bit of travel, right, Carrick?
I don't think there'd be a problem.
If this goes badly, I may have to call on you all sooner than I would have liked. But hopefully you will have some time for a bit of normalcy before this needs to be done. You have done so much for me already.
I don't think normalcy is ever going to return to us completely. Looks over at Gifted, who's now 6-something.
I'm gonna scowl at
he's actually just sort of glancing between the both of you and starting to laugh to himself.
Because both of us are like the two biggest changed people in the group.
I just
besides
realized
someone missing
something.
an arm.
I asked the both of you here to be the little conscience for me. Here, differing opinions.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen the traditional depiction of the angel and the devil on your shoulder?
Open my wings.
Oh.
But I don't have the horns.
All right, I'm gonna take off
sure
my
they'll
ring,
grow
and then
in.
I'm gonna try to misty step onto his shoulder, and it's not gonna work, is it?
Actually, now that you're in here, yes, it will.
Okay, I will Misty step up onto his shoulder and sit down.
He glances, he smiles at you before glancing at Cleric and going, "Oh, please don't
Not
try
gonna
that."
try it.
No.
Okay,
I
don't
can't
listen
get
to
that
anything
small.
he tells you because he's the bad one.
Oh, it's good to know.
My horns are going to be far more impressive than a devil's if I ever have them, though.
Oh, okay.
Judging by my grandmother.
All right. So, yeah, I'm not sure because like I said, I could see trying to make a war against something that they don't. The problem is anybody we sick them against, they're going to want to strike hard at, right? Unless we make whatever it is too scary for them to want to strike at.
Or something they can't strike at.
I had pondered perhaps.
Yeah,
That's
a bad one. I don't want to drag her name through the mud or
startle her, frankly.
Yeah.
I had pondered Hexenreich. It would actually be easy to unite Noren on that, but frankly, they're a far fiercer opponent.
Yeah, and they're more likely to strike pretty hard and fast if they think they're threatened.
But they are also more distant.
They are more distant, and they don't really have a foothold over here, right?
No.
There's a bunch of sleeper agents.
No foothold.
And there aren't really any... I mean, there are a lot of Hexenreichers around. I mean, Corvus probably wouldn't appreciate it, but...
Well, no matter what we do, there will be some innocents that get targeted, whether it's Norinese people that have moved here or Hexenreichers.
Yeah. Where's that mom and her son or daughter?
It was her son.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were Hexenreichen.
Yeah. I mean, the problem with Noran, though, is they're already really weak, aren't they? I mean, they're being hit with the Goliaths. They've been getting hit with...
Exactly. This is why I was hoping they would roll over. I would still maintain control because it would be a military occupancy, but there shouldn't be too much fighting. And I'm hoping...
So you think that it'll still be very little fighting, or do you think it's going to be a really bad bloodbath if we send actual Barast?
I don't know. The Warforged were to be a superb show of force, big armoured machines, carrying, shrugging off blows. That would demoralise. But... standard forces... I hope it will be over quickly. It might be over quickly still.
I mean, is there anything... Well, I guess one adventuring group's not really going to be a big show of force, is it? So,
Well, you're quite good at force. There's one thing you could do to make it a little easier.
Yeah?
I know you have... Well, I think you have the High General's trust and so on. If you could convince him to move more of our forces from the southern border... we've got our own dealing with the Goliaths. If you were posted down there, keep an eye out. I think if we
to go down there?
Frankly, you could probably settle down there and live quite normal lives. I don't think the Goliaths are going to be moving much more, but of course, trying to convince the military of that, a little trickier.
Are you trying to get rid of us?
They might be trying to put you somewhere safe.
So you are trying to get rid of us?
I mean, wouldn't you?
Well, I guess there's that. Okay.
I just think you all deserve a reprieve before this all goes worse. Because it will get worse before it gets better.
Oh, I know Cassie and them keep getting excited about talking about maybe going and doing the island thing, but yeah, maybe we could do that.
The island thing. Oh, what? The...
some reason our party thinks living on an island.
They're obsessed with that island ever since they heard about that island, the phase. That was so funny.
I still want the mine personally, but everybody else wanted the other one.
Well, I tell you what would be a good thing? If
not having to touch water every day.
Well, yes, that as well. We should give the island a visit sometime, but I wouldn't live there personally. And
Alright,
insight check, please.
Oh, I actually don't roll high on this one for a change.
Oh shit,
I
Carrick.
do.
There
Yeah.
is a momentary sad, forlorn look to his face when he says that.
Did we both get that, or just Carrick?
Just Carrick, I'm afraid.
I think the 28 might be
Yeah.
different there.
Still,
Have you been there?
long time ago.
Definitely not a place you'd like to visit us there. I am guessing.
It hurts to be there.
Oh. Okay. Well, all right. Well, anyway, we'll figure that out. But let's settle this out.
As I was saying, though, yes, if we got you issued with a advance rate to a border town, so we need something in Tarnstead's stead.
Yeah. I guess we could do something down there. Maybe we could start a little town. That would be nice. Maybe we can take some of the Warforged with us. They might want some fresh new starts, right?
That's
Someplace.
not a bad idea. No.
Because if
farmers or
because there's no place for them up here,
And
right?
sure, and this will sound harsh, but it would be easier to justify them being put into care somewhere out of sight for now.
yeah, and
they're probably
and with people that know them a bit. I mean, as much as we can know them.
people they trust.
And I think Thomas would
Like
agree
that.
that having you and Telde, if that's the case, then we could move more of Noran's forces. I could justify it. And maybe not Noran, Paras forces. I could justify it, and maybe this won't be as bad as I deemed.
I do like the idea of taking Norath's forces though under our control, out of character, like you said in character. But
Yeah, we could maybe that wouldn't make it quite so bad, and then there won't be as many people hurt.
And
I mean,
then-
because it'll be okay. We'll be okay.
And then, another insight check, please.
If you're gonna make us move all the way down there, they're gonna have to come visit.
And then once we have some control over Noran, and his eyes linger on Carrick for an uncomfortably long time. You can both see this as he's saying that.
do I have something on my shirt?
Is there something wrong with Carrick?
No, just
Come on, Raz.
sorry, habits.
Don't-
I always try to keep something to bargain with.
For the person who doesn't, you sure do dance a lot. Now, come on, what is it?
He squints at you a little bit. Well, and then once we have Noran under control, we can go about trying to demonstrate the return of its lineage.
Which lineage?
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
the royal family
Carrick.
was all but wiped out. All but.
Carrick, your great grandfather. You said he was a bard, right?
That's what I was told.
Are you sure?
Your
I mean,
great so on grandmother ran away with the crown prince long ago.
Is this Grandma Lynn or
Mhm.
different?
Grandma Lynn.
Well, I will
How
say
do
this
we-
much. I never knew. I've been trying to figure out how long the generations have been because
I am going to do a sudden curtsy to Carrick, my prince.
If I could figure out how to smack you with my wing, I would.
It goes like this. Whack! That part's easy.
Can uncurl one of my wings and slap her with it.
See,
Mine's a
no,
little bit less padded.
Ow, actually, that's a lot worse because I was just waving my wing when I was little. I got scales. I just go whack.
uh,
You're tiny.
Yeah, tinies, you just hit me really hard.
I would have been a lot more careful with
across
you
the
being
desk as well.
Across the desk. Ow.
Be careful.
Let's not tell the rest of the party about that.
I'm not going to tell them about it.
That includes Carol.
Although, saying that, I suppose this just redoubles the importance of taking Noran.
Yeah, I guess it does. Okay, so let's battle plan making the Noran war as less painful as possible, because that's the best thing we can do, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So let's focus on the best things we can do. So the best thing we can do is there's going to be a war on Noran, and we're going to least amount of loss of life. We need to make sure that there's plenty of good healers available. There's going to be a big show of force, big scary mages. Yeah, big scary mage. That'll work. And yeah, and maybe if we can get any of the Warforged in on it, I guess that would work. But we can, if we go take the southern border and set up down there, would it help if we end the Goliath threat? Would that help? Should we go down and? I know, like Cassie and them want to go. Have talked about going and killing Scrim, and then I mean, I'm not really keen on murder,
Yes.
but I mean, if we go fight Scrim, would that?
Well, frankly, shattering the Goliath leadership, yes, that would lessen the threat severely.
And then that would bring a whole bunch of people up, right?
One
Yes.
curiosity on that, though.
What is it, Carrick?
Yeah.
You said, hey,
Not gonna piss Hay off, is it?
him. Would that cause issues on her end?
I don't
know how
believe
stuff
so.
like that-
She gave him power, but he has acted out of bounds.
Okay, so it's not like a direct link where if like he was to be killed, she'd have it like be hurt.
I think it might make her sad. But
I think it would make her sad. I mean, she probably thought good things about him at one point. I mean, we don't have to kill him to knock apart his leadership. We just have to make him lose, right?
yes, even if you just, frankly, the Goliath follow him if he's strong. If you defeat him before them,
Yeah.
we've
So
already-
we could try to take him alive and then let Haya rehabilitate him if she wants to.
I don't know if Cass will be very agreeable to that, but we've already
Well, maybe Cass
started.
needs to be agreeable to that. I mean, she can't keep running it every threat that comes up. Like she can't stop herself. I mean, she's more. She keeps telling me she's more than just rage, and she needs to show it. So this will be a good test for her.
perhaps Gabriel's love tap would have knocked him sense in.
There.
Oh, don't tell me that's a God. She makes a face and she goes, I honestly have no idea what anyone ever saw in that coat rack. I don't know who he's trying to impress, but whatever garment he's hoping is going to get draped upon him.
One thing though, we've kind of already started to do that with our win in Dulvewood. At least one of the tribes sounded like they were turning away from him.
Yeah, so we just have to make them keep losing. I'm pretty sure they've already got to be losing faith in him. So honestly, if we come up and we'd be like, hey, we're going to openly challenge him, I bet we could openly challenge him.
And then this might in fact be your first task once this is all set into motion.
All right, so we've already got a good plan. This is good. We're just gonna make a good plan. I'm gonna pat his shoulder. See, it's good. More people, more thoughts.
Yes, thank you. I mean, little secret. Plans are easy when you have thousands of years to figure them out.
Yeah.
A few days, a little trickier.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's got to be pretty tricky. I can't imagine. I mean, you've been at this. How long have you been at this?
Oh, well, I mean, this few million years, but
Oh, I hate that word.
That's a big word.
That's a big word.
She's really bad with math.
I'm not bad with math. I figured out what a million is.
don't
Because I
tell
wrote it out for you.
don't tell anybody. But back before this cycle, I was considered one of the more honest, less runaroundy of Mirises. Wasn't much
Aw.
for plans.
Hey, I had a question for you about your church.
My church. Are you talking about the one we burned, or more general?
Yeah, the one we burned. You said that was special, right?
It reminded me of
Yeah.
home.
Yeah. And you've gone around kind of by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Those people outside, were they from Lawless Hills time?
I don't
The ghosts?
rightly know. I don't know what they were, which suggests they weren't from this, I suppose.
Okay. Don't worry about it too much. It's all right. All right. So, big plans. We're starting a war. How are we starting a war?
One match at a time.
And a look of guilt
A
actually
strongly
crosses his
worded
face.
letter. A strongly worded letter. Got it.
If I think it's perhaps best if I don't share that part. Because you are all very kind, brave people, and you could step in and intervene.
Oh.
So I'm gonna guess there's nothing involving us then.
He just shakes his head.
Okay. All right. Well, you stay safe, though, okay?
Of course. And you'll have a nice quiet time during the celebrations, I think. Don't get too involved in anything. Just drink, eat.
I have two questions for you, and only one that I'm pretty sure you'll give me an answer to.
Oh, yes.
Have you had any luck with the information about the priest yet?
The priest, no. I mean, word has been set out about him. The other one, well, it's tangentially related. I did have some of our astronomers try and find your little star system, constellation. And they did try to find it. They were very certain where it should be.
And it's gone.
It is gone.
That's complicated. And then there's that crazy dragon.
Yes, that is a curious matter.
What about a dragon?
Oh,
yeah,
you weren't.
that's not
You weren't there when we talked about it. Oh, I'm so sorry, Carrick. Yeah, there's a blue dragon flying around north, and we were out riding Clop, and all of a sudden it just came in and it was just like, rah! I'm just shooting lightning everywhere, and it just like it didn't seem like it knew what it was attacking, but it was just attacking everywhere, and then it just suddenly flew north. It scared the dickens out of me and Care, and Dingus was kind of enraptured.
Pretty
How
blue.
big was it? Like, actually looks a gift. And have you seen my grandmother in her normal form?
Mm-mm.
Can't remember. I guess I'll have to talk to Dingus.
I'll have Rickville tell you how big it is when he finds it.
Okay. The
It
other
doesn't matter how
question.
big it was a dragon.
Dragons are one
There's
size.
young dragons. There's older dragons like Grandma. If it's a little dragon, that might be why it wasn't known. It may have gotten lost, ended up in an area it didn't know or something.
I'm not gonna like sprout anything else, am I?
Oh, I don't think so.
Totally gonna get a
Oh,
tail.
all right.
Although, do
So
watch out for that halo if you get the little ring above your head.
is that gonna hurt?
Oh, it's never hurt, no.
What happens
you
if
have
it gets
one?
caught on a door?
He grins a bit and goes, there's no such thing as a halo. It's what mortals perceive as our light sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, I was hoping.
If she
it
starts
was a
glowing,
physical
though,
thing.
he says, looking at Carrick, do tell me.
Is she gonna explode?
No, just might get painfully bright.
I never got told about being painfully bright, unfortunately, from Thaldir or Archie.
The other thing, just because I'm being curious, and again, this is the one I don't think you'll answer.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think you won't answer?
Because I might not.
Yeah. What? Now that it's out of our hands and everything, and we're helping you, what does that amulet do that I got for you?
He smiles.
I figured that would not be an answer, but I figured it'd be worth it.
I'm going to try and flip down to the ground and put my ring back on.
Okay, so you just suddenly Ant-Man up back into view, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You must be. You're really lucky you found magic clothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I was gonna get this outfit anyway, but and then we found out we could go to the thing, and then I'm gonna go. Hey, can I see yours?
My wings?
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering who she was talking to.
That's very forward.
He sort of scoots his chair back, and there's that sudden sort of sound of air being occupied as his great big pair of wings unfurl behind him. Lovely white in colour.
Wait, didn't we see his wings at one point?
We did right before he killed Puriel. That was
Okay,
the only time we've seen him.
In other words, only you saw.
Still haven't.
Yeah, well, Carrick would have seen him, I think.
No,
right?
because I failed. I was blinded.
Oh yeah, you were blinded, and I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna walk over, kind of look at them, but I'm not. I'm like doing that look, but I want to touch, but I'm not gonna touch, and I'm just gonna look and go. Your ears are very lovely.
He just sort of stretches one out towards you as if go ahead. Yours are quite lovely as well. And the touch of them feels almost soothing in itself.
Slap his wing with your wing.
No, I like mine.
Yours are way. Wow.
Right, you'll come into yours.
Actually liked them.
All right, Care. This is the one you have to worry about.
I'm going to spread my wings and kind of look, because I've never actually checked how big my wingspan actually really is.
It's pretty large.
Yeah.
Smaller than
yours
his?
are
A little smaller than his, but yeah.
I'm gonna blush a little bit after touching his, and then I'm gonna go over and I'll touch Carrick's wings.
No, we all look quite ridiculous doing this.
Yes, we do look quite ridiculous doing this, but humor me.
I was actually
it's a new thing.
Curious. I've never been able. I've never actually really thought of how large the wings are.
All right, so. Yeah, but you need us for anything, we'll help.
Of course. I'll trust your discretion with discussing this with the rest of your party.
I am concerned about telling some of them, I'll say that.
Yes, thus I will trust your discretion.
I am not actually sure who's safe to tell this to.
Not Talday.
Maybe.
I'm not sure if Talday would think to not tell other people if someone asked is the problem.
I'm pretty sure if we explained it to him. Talday's not an idiot.
I don't think he is, but he seems to be rather
literal.
He seems to be a horrible tease if you think about it.
I have no idea what you mean.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go over, give Raziel a big hug,
and take it sort of as it,
and then I go. You don't have to feel like you've got to do all this by yourself, and it's not all your fault. Okay?
Of course.
The world's just a mess.
But small steps. It's hard to let down that guard.
We limit the damage as much as we can, okay?
Of course. And again, I am sorry for putting this on you.
I'm sorry it got put on you.
We all have our duties. Right. Oh, I'm afraid we are running short on time. Lots of meetings today.
Does he have a leash on you?
Who?
I point up.
My father?
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
No leash beyond my love for him.
Is that
Okay.
like? Is that how angels work? Angels are like the children.
Are we like related now?
It's a lot of figurative language, but we do consider ourselves, yes.
Oh,
Are we
I
are
have
we
a
like
question.
cousins or something? Or are you like my uncle?
Oh, please, not uncle. Cousin, probably preferable.
Um.
Oh.
But
So I have a.
I don't know. You're like a
Monkey Raz.
adorable little half sister.
What am I anyway? Do you know?
You are something new.
To Gifton, you're new.
Great.
If I was to hazard
Fine,
to
okay.
guess, you. He frowns a little bit, and he looks you up and down and goes, I'm scared the things that I find wonderful you might not, and suggestions of what you are or were might hurt you.
She's already been called a spider.
I did get called a spider last night, so I'm kind of
What?
Anything else would be. You missed a lot last night, Carrick. Corvus was he actually took something and then he started like shrieking at me and calling me some sort of vermin thing and
Wait, isn't he a? You'd figure the doctor would know not to take stuff like that.
I don't know why he did anyway, but I would actually rather kind of. For the first time in my life, I don't know what I am anymore, and it's kind of really scary. And
I keep telling her
In
Gifton.
this
you
case,
seem to think it's like a good thing.
I
and-
think most brownies, most pixies, were cherubs.
Oh, so I'm gonna get gears, fire.
As long as you don't start screaming and
But
cause my head to
It's a little unusual
hurt.
because, as you have seen, indeed, Gears and Fire, Rick Beale does not have wings as such.
Do different
So,
angels from different gods appear differently in the same tier?
from the same tier, beyond Morgani's being a little unusual, no. We are mostly the same. Some of us have different accoutrements. You'll see quite a lot of Mayuri's angels with horns, which is quite the sight.
When you say Morgani's being unusual, in what way?
Oh, you'd fit in.
I had one other
Can-
question about this though. When we first met, you acted like you thought I'd remember you. Who did you think I was?
She's gonna smack you with her wing if you don't tell
I
her.
am not gonna. Why do you keep saying I'm gonna hit him?
Goes
Because
back.
it's a good threat.
I thought you might have been related to Danielle.
You thought I was someone close to her?
I thought you might have been her cherub.
Oh,
I mean, could be.
Or at least related to some ancestor. It's very weird to think about angels in those terms, but I think those apply to your kind.
What?
'Cause I didn't know.
that's nice. It's okay. It's been a lot, so. We'll figure it out. Oh man, can you imagine the look on those poor brownies' faces when their kid's gonna sprout wings someday? Oh.
Oh,
Hopefully they're grown up, because that would be really funny if it was still really young. Could you imagine having a child flying around trying to catch them?
Oh, I
feel
tell you, I'm
bad
already
for my
really.
grandma.
I'm sure the future is going to be very exciting for this nation.
Yeah. All right. All right. You're trying to get rid of us, and we're stalling you at the door.
I have one actual kind of.
Oh no! It's one more question.
Carrick, you often have one more question. What is it?
Yes. So, can one of the gods impart some of their power, not like a priest, but into a mortal, or say a dragon?
Yes, quite easily.
Would you be able to know if you were near one of them, would you be able to tell?
If a brownie can be a vessel.
That's a curious question as well. But would I be able to tell? I suppose I'd be able to see that they were carrying an immense amount of divine energy, if that's what the gods had it appear as.
Because I'll be honest, ever since the grandma appeared in my dream, and the priests have been disappearing. I was wondering if her grandma had more of a connection than she was willing to talk about.
Something for you to perhaps ask.
Maybe you should talk to Grandma a bit.
I talked to her the other day, most of the night.
All right, come on. He really wants us to go. He has a huge pile of paperwork, and he has to do his day job.
I'm pretty sure he's happy to not have to do the paperwork, though.
He still has to do it, though. I'm pretty sure, right?
That is the great sin of procrastination. It does feel so good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
If, say, a puppy came in here and ate the paperwork,
he'd have to start all over again, and that would be horrible.
And you see his wings fell back in, and he goes and takes his seat again because, I mean it, don't procrastinate, you'll go to hell. I'm kidding. I'll see you sometime soon.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you in a couple days or something. Bye.
All right. And as you leave, that is where we're going to end. We will resume Cassie's convincing a general to give her an arm, which won't be hard. Corvus's exploration of the strange doors, and Telday's shopping, and Argie's
shopping.
Argie's. What was Argie doing?
Milling around. I
Milling
don't have
around.
anything on my agenda.
She's wandering around.
My agenda right now.
Yeah.
So I was getting close to going. Did anyone let the GM know that it's time change tonight?
Yeah, yes, but I have no sense of it because it hasn't happened here.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was wondering if anyone, because I was like thinking about that earlier.
Everyone take 4,000 XP.
4,000? Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chew on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Does it taste good?
We're upping the minimum bounds of the XP gain a bit.
It tastes quite good. It tastes even better when
And
I'd have a drink of
we'll
this.
do this same time next week. Bye.
Bye.